city, yeah. I feel like I'm Gucci Mane in 2006. Do you need me to use a different chair?
No, I mean, honestly, if you just sat more forward in the chair and left space to the back, it would be fine.
All right, we'll back up. Make no sense. Make no sense. Hey, boy, make no sense. All right now. All right now.
What?
I don't see no names popping up. I don't see no W's in the chat. I don't see no, oh yeah, Cortell's live. I don't see no my main man's Cortell's. I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing, Holmes. Hello. Hello, everyone. Welcome. How y'all doing today? Do. Hello, welcome to the live. Can y'all hear me? Y'all should be able to hear me. Y'all should be able to hear me very well. Very well. Very well indeed. How well? Very well. Indeed, very.
So you're not even in there?
I don't know.
Get the Pound Town joined.
Bring it around town to Pound Town. Oh, I mean, it says I got 3 on Twitch. But nobody's saying anything. I just don't want to start the reactions. There we go. Okay, there we go. I just don't want to start the reactions and nobody's actually in here for when the reaction starts. What's good, Kareem? What's good, Preston? Hello. Hello, everyone joining. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. I'm low-key kind of like getting some kind of a retwist, but not necessarily a retwist. She's doing little braids for me so my hair can be wavy again. Yeah.
Well, I didn't braid them, I'm just twisting them.
Oh, well, she's not braiding them. She's just twisting them. Yeah. Thanks, Kareem, for the... You was doing your marathon. What's the plan? You were still stream? You were still live? I saw that you went live at like 8 something. And... Oh, wait, like...
Last night.
Wait, no, you were running a marathon? I saw that you went live like 8 in the morning, but this was like an hour after I woke up. What's the plan? Preston, the plan, we're going to be doing some reactions right now. We got one reaction video loaded up. We're just waiting for people to come in, people to join a little bit more before I jump into the reactions. Because sometimes LOL my Twitch marathon. I went on your live when I saw that you were live and earlier, and because I got the notification at 8, like 8:20 or something, whenever you went live this morning. And then I went on there when I woke up. It was like 47 minutes later, and you weren't live. So and then I didn't get another notification, which is kind of weird. It had to be delayed because I had to leave. Oh, I see. Dom is currently on a 15 stream streak. That what I'm talking about, my boy. Get that plus 450. All right. So the plan today, guys, we're going to be watching some reaction videos. The first video we have loaded up is if NBA playstyles were music. Ooh, Kyrie Jazz for sure. I know that. All right. Let's
I was trying to get these done before you.
Should I turn my body?
No, you're okay.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't want you looking all crazy down if you didn't have to, so I was trying to get the ones in the back done real quick.
No, Kyrie Mavericks. What's up, Senior Eggy? Kyrie does play for the Mavericks. But I'm saying like his play style would be the music of jazz. Jazz music. Not the jazz music. That's definitely got to be Kyrie. Senor Eggy, hello. Wholesome moment.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you? Wholesome moment. I hope I didn't ruin it by saying hi. How are you? Okay. Are y'all ready? I'm ready to get into it. Do it. Get into it. Put your back into. I'm doing all the wrong ones. Chicka chicka ah, chicka chicka a, chicka chicka ah, chicka 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 ah, all right, here we go. First video to start off our reactions. This one was sent in by Dom. Okay. Okay. Why is Cam microscopic? It's not microscopic. I zoomed it in like how y'all told me to last time. I don't want to make it too big. You know what I'm saying? Ah, you trolling? Bro, I had just moved it too. Okay. This is where y'all wanted me to have it last time. Now what I can do is I can zoom out. If I zoom out, then it... What type of request? Oh, it's if NBA playstyles were music. This was put into the Discord and videos for reactions. If y'all want videos for me to react to, you got to put it in the Discord in the videos to react to section. All right.
Heat of the week goes to DJ on creatorscatalog.com. Shit hard, bro. Keep posting. We gonna keep showing love, man. Don't matter what you make, just better be hard. You know what I see when I see good hoop? Beyond the stats, beyond the legacies, beyond the glory and the players that we know and love, I see much, much more.
Not me though, right? I can just tell you, right? No, because you could just tell me and I'm not gonna remember. But if you in the Discord already, Senor Eggy, so just put whatever video you want me to watch in the Discord, in the videos to react to. Because every Saturday we have reaction time. We have reactions.
A form of art, nuance, rhythm. I see some of these niggas hooping, I just want to get up and dance. It's like if music could be consumed through the eyes instead of the ear. What play style, what genre, what
James
artist
Harden.
do you hear when you see? Relax with all the questions, little bro. I got you.
Ooh.
At this point, is it safe to say Kyrie Irving plays the most beautiful game of basketball we've ever seen?
It is. It is safe to say that. Kyrie, it is very safe to say that Kyrie plays some of the most beautiful basketball I've ever seen. Kyrie is a savant with that basketball in his hand. I'm telling you. Nothing is better than watching Kyrie dribble the ball.
Pause.
Just Glaze? Just Glaze? Lord knows. Kyrie is one of my favorite players. Kyrie is for sure one of my favorite players. Believe it or not, one of my favorite point guards used to be Chris Paul. Pause. LOW Miranda. No pause, man. No pause.
All pause.
Kyrie, watching Kyrie play basketball is like amazing.
Lay back, roll up, enjoy.
I would love to watch Kyrie Irving play basketball IRL. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never seen Kyrie play. I've never gone to a game where Kyrie's there. Now that I think about it, I gotta go to a basketball game where Kyrie playing. We gotta go to a Mavericks game. I also like CP. I have, oh yeah, Car Lover. What's going on?
Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you? Against 3, bro. Ain't no way, bro. Look at that, bro.
It's like I don't even want to hear no nigga rapping or singing when I watch Kyrie. Just piano and saxophone. They give me that smooth jazz. It don't matter.
That's not a saxophone though, buddy. That's a trumpet. Like, I mean, I agree. Like, you know, piano and saxophone, but you can't show a man with a trumpet and say saxophone. Like, that's like when Young Boy was like cello and doing this with his fingers, playing the oboe. How's life? Car Lover, life is good. You know? I got my red bottoms on. Nah, it's fine. Or that's that Future. If you know, you know. What's good, Vito? Bro, long time no see. Whoa, major pause. No pause, man. Vito, thank coming in with the likes, bro. Thank you so much, Vito. How you been? It's been a minute. Kyrie is a casual player, bro. Kyrie is not a casual player, bro. Kyrie will drop 35 plus any given night. And he's just so smooth with it.
His Cavs, Celtics, Nets, Mavs, Uncle Drew. When this nigga has the ball, all I hear is just what comes with being a smooth operator. And we've seen a few over the years. You hear the Paul George.
Ooh.
Here we go. PG.
Ooh. I would definitely consider Paul George. Yes, sir. Blessed man, taking care of my son. Little dude just turned 4 months. Hey, yeah. Oh, okay. See you. Good luck with your live. Thank you, Carl Lover. Thanks for coming in. Top 3 player of all time. Ja Morant of all time. Is Kyrie a top 5 point guard of all time? That's a good question. What's up, Hoxton? Hoxton, what's up, man? Welcome. Is Kyrie a top 5 point guard of all time? Unfortunately, no. Kyrie has 1 ring, which I know it's not all about rings, but top 5. I mean, if we being real, if we add the old niggas, no. Of this generation, yes. Yeah. But if we gotta add like niggas like Magic Johnson and
Jordan.
no, point guard.
Oh, my bad. Look, I'm just saying names.
Yeah, if we gotta add Jerry West, if we gotta add Magic, if we gotta add what's that dude with the passing, John Stockton, if we gotta add niggas like them, then no, Kyrie is not top 5 point guard of all time. If we excluding Magic, Jerry West, the other dude, if we excluding them old heads, then yes, for sure, Kyrie's top 5. If we doing top 5 of like this generation, Steph, Chris Paul, Steve Nash, Kyrie Irving, and Jason Kidd. Ooh, honorable mention, White Chocolate. Boy, that man was fire. That's top 5 this generation. You know what I'm saying? Do you know who Spud Webb is? Yes, of course I know who Spud Webb is. Shortest NBA player of all time. He was like 5'3", out there breaking ankles, dunking on niggas. And I'm like, dang. Ja Morant, best player of all time. L-list, Steph, Chris Paul. Ooh, another honorable mention. Rajon Rondo. That man, hey, I feel like Rondo don't get enough credit. That man Rondo, tough. I feel like Rondo don't get enough credit. Who is saying Ja is even top 100 of all time? Prime John Wall too. Ooh, yeah, Prime John Wall. Forgot about Prime John Wall. LeBron overrated. I agree. Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose used to be one of my favorite players of all time too, boy. If only them knees, man. If only them knees wasn't Cadillac on 4 flats. He definitely would be like the best point guard of all time. Paul George remind me, he's smooth. His game, Paul George game smooth, but his game remind me of like, what do they call it? It's jazz music still, but it's like interpretive jazz. I think that's what they call it, with like a lot of like stuff like that. You feel what I'm saying? That's how Paul George remind me. What his jazz music remind me of.
Ants watching Paul George, and you can only halfway blame him. Miss Badu is perfect for this, and anybody else with a smooth game. I'm saying, I hear a book. This is for the win.
Like, it's smooth, but it's not that smooth. It's like sporadic. That's the best way that I can describe it. It's sporadic. Allen Iverson was nice too. And I don't know. I considered Allen Iverson a point guard. A lot of other people consider Allen Iverson a two guard, but to me, Allen Iverson always been a one. AI nice though for sure.
Jamal Crawford, think about his shaking.
Oh yeah, now Jamal Crawford. Jamal Crawford is fire, bro. You consider everyone a one. Allen Iverson is a point. Allen Iverson was a point guard during his time though. Like, because it used to be Allen Iverson and Eric Snow. Eric Snow was the two. And then when he went to Denver, Allen Iverson played the one. Bro, he's 6 foot, bro. Allen Iverson's 6 foot. He's a point guard. He was a point guard who can shoot. That was the, I feel like, was Kobe a 1-2? No, Kobe was definitely a shooting guard. Kobe was a 2. He was 6'6". I forgot Ivo played for the Pistons. I just think that he was like, Iverson was one of those guards that's just like, because not a lot of point guards were shooting around that time during that time frame. So that's like, I think that's probably why they consider him. Ace Bailey, 6'9", playing point guard.
Ask Google if Ja Morant has potential to be the GOAT.
Ask Google. Let's see. Let's see. Let's ask Google. Does Ja Morant have the potential to be the GOAT? And the verdict is Ja Morant has incredible physical talent and elite playmaking skills, but he does not have the potential to be the GOAT. Damn, Google. How you gonna do my boy Ja like that? Ace Bailey, 6'9", playing point guard. This is why I don't like positionless basketball.
Sorry.
It's not you. It's just the stupid headphone. I don't like positionless basketball. Google got paid. Google is a paid actor. I don't like positionless basketball. If I were to be honest with you, I despise it.
Joe Johnson making Paul Pierce touch grass on
Ooh.
even D Rose come to mind, but until he punches. I ain't gonna lie, if you tough and got on that Chicago Bulls jersey, I can't think about nothing but cheeky. I don't know, bro. It's just the brand, I guess. Nigga, fuck your mama. Shoulda wore a condom. Pull up in that Rari. Burn it on his mouth. What the Bulls have right now, I don't know, nigga. What, R. Kelly? You know, Shea could have really been a part of the smooth operating Erykah Badu. His game really nice, bro. I ain't gonna lie. But I mean, flopped against my team for a chip and tried going back-to-back doing the same shit. So, no, I do not hear Erykah Badu, Neo Soul when I see that nigga. No. Give me like, what's Pink Panthers? It's 8 o'clock in the morning.
This man gave him Pink Panthers vibes. And low-key, I can see that. Shaking and circus music. Yo, that's crazy. Shaking and circus music. Tony Parker in his prime was that dude, bro. Tony Parker was nice. Tony Parker was for sure nice. I like Tony Parker. Giannis, 7 foot playing forward. Giannis got drafted as a small / power forward. See, that's where I feel like basketball is like missing itself. Ja Morant getting Morant, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's where basketball has kind of gone away. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like honestly positions are better for basketball, because in my opinion, I feel like it's all about matchups, right? And if I got a player that's playing a position, like for example, put Zebo, you know what I'm saying, Zach Randolph, during that gritty Memphis era, in today's positionless basketball, nobody is stopping that man. Put Shaq at center. in today's positionless basketball, nobody is stopping that man. So I feel like positionless basketball has has had a bad effect on the NBA only because like it's all about shooting. I said put Shaq, who is a center. I said that. Dom, I don't know why you be acting like I don't know ball, bruh. I said Shaq was a center. I said put Shaq, who was a center in today's NBA. You can rewind the clip. But yeah, I feel like positionless basketball is low-key kind of ruined the NBA. Only because everything now is, and you can say pace, but I don't even think it's pace. Everything now is just about shooting. Which, I mean, the object of the game is to get the ball in the basket to score the most points, yes. But if you can do it in a way to where it's why the hell you got your center on the perimeter? You know what I'm saying? Unless y'all doing like a pick and rolls, your center should not be at just chilling at the perimeter, bro. Like, get that man down there in the paint, bro. Like, you as the point guard should be the main defensive threat. Lob that motherfucker down to the... Right. That's what I'm saying. Victor Wembanyama is 7'5". Nigga. Dominate the paint, bruh. Like, you're literally the tallest person on the court. Stand in... I don't care. Give me 3 seconds in the key 17 times. Stay your ass in the key, bruh. That's just my thought about it. Like, I don't see why Victor Wembanyama would be trying to shoot threes and all that. Like, bro, you're the tallest man in the planet on the basketball court. Stay your ass in the perimeter, bro. You only gotta reach your arm up halfway there for you to dunk it. Why are you not bodying these men in the paint? But I digress.
Not even just him, bro. Whole roster. The Oklahoma City Thunder theme song. And if it's not that, then what, bro? Drake? And Creators Catalog is no days away. It's right here, right now. Drop your beats, drop your music, drop your art, drop your fashion. Go into the community chat, say hello.
Oh.
It's dropping heat daily. We got
Whoa. What's up with this?
tournaments coming up for all categories, bro. You looking for the best creators out there, man. Show what you got.
Flirting with the start of the playoffs. First return timeline. Here's Wemby.
I'm smart on those, I pull on rolling on some ignorant shit. Know that I pick poles, pull us over, biscuit.
If this is the music that he gave for Victor Wembanyama, I highly disagree.
I have no idea why, bro, but I be seeing NBA Young Wemby. I actually do know why, because secretly I think this nigga is evil. There's a darkness within, bro. I could sense it. Every now and then he let that shit slip.
Nah, we really need to give Wemby French music. Like, just throw French music on for this nigga. That's literally it. That's all he need.
Ooh, bro, you gotta peep it. On the outside, Baby Giraffe. On the inside, Slender Man. I have not seen hate at the level Wemby has for Chet in a very long time. There's some secret demons in these buckets. Prime Russ 2 with the most angriest buckets of all.
Yeah, Russ is definitely NBA young boy. Ja Morant, definitely NBA young boy. All them. Boogie, NBA young boy.
The whole Pistons lineage, but you need niggas like that, man. You know what I'm saying? It keeps the game fun, intense. Like, you know what type of music they play for Tim Duncan mixes? Well, you can tell everybody. Yeah, you can tell everybody. Like my nigga, Aloe Black. See, now that's just bogus. I would go more like Doom.
Oh, nah, that's a tough comp. That's a tough comp.
Yeah, that's way better, bro. Sometimes
yeah.
Matches the era of the play style. Like Shaq is Biggie Smalls, no question.
Biggie?
For Carmelo Anthony though, his play style feel more like ASAP Rocky.
ASAP?
Like, you can't tell me that shit not perfect. Now you know who gets
nah,
bro.
Nah, for Carmelo, I feel like you gotta get Carmelo like a Rakim or like a Common. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's Carmelo to me. I feel like Carmelo Anthony play style is more like the Rakim, the Common. You know what I'm saying? Like something like that and that kind of vibe. Not no ASAP Rocky. What the heck?
Kobe Bryant, dude's a wild card. You really can't go wrong with anything.
What you got for
Multiple
Kobe?
eras, multiple play styles.
What you got for
Two
Kobe?
different careers with 2 different numbers. So the way I'm feeling, bro, like number 8, Lil Wayne. Number 24, Kanye.
This that shit they didn't want me on. I'm about
I agree. This is beautiful for Kobe Bryant. 2 of the best to ever do it in the music game.
to act up, but
Kanye and Lil Wayne. Shooting stars. Ooh.
Like
Yeah.
Every now and then, you know, you get a curveball like Nikola Jokic. Bro, what does Nikola Jokic music sound like? Definitely not rap, but tell you that. More like Darth Vader music and Serbian language.
Jeste, ja sam isto dobio puno poruka da su svi budni.
Bro, what is this video turning to? You know, it's sad to see Drake and
I got
LeBron
this.
fall out. Not really. Don't know neither of them niggas. Who cares? Tattoos.
That's what he
Dancing to other
deserved.
people's music. I'm halfway expecting them to go on Instagram Live and be like, "You started it." But LeBron play style don't even feel like Drake for real. Nah, when I see bro hoop, I hear it straight.
Eminem. I used to move snowflakes by the OZ.
It's like some old head boss shit. KD, on the other hand, screams future, bro. And I'ma break this shit down.
Let me hear
Of
this.
One thing. It's simple. You know what you gonna get, but you can't stop because it's at the highest level. It's still bangers regardless. Just do it for the love of the game. Don't care about none of the extra shit. Never get tired of watching. Never get tired of listening. And then for the third musketeer, Steph Curry.
Let's see what we got for
Play
Curry.
style is like if Uzi's peak lasted forever.
If Uzi peak lasted forever, Uzi's peak was Uzi's peak was peaking. Like, if Uzi peak lasted forever, he would definitely have been top, like on like the Mount Rushmore of music. That's a good comp though.
Just fun to watch, fun to be a part of. Oh, I miss peak Uzi. But time must pass. Opportunities and doors for new art have to open. Setting a brand new stage for what's here now.
Okay, Anthony Edwards, I'm gonna pick it right now. Anthony Edwards, Playboy Cardi. Anthony Edwards' Anthony Edwards' play style is Playboy Cardi's music. And if he don't put Playboy Cardi, who the hell is this?
Anthony Edwards and Atlanta Drill go hand in hand. Play any of their music with his highlights. Shit like Peanut Butter and Jelly, nigga. Peanut Butter and Jelly. I love all the young talent across the board, man. The NBA's in.
Nah, I would have went Playboy Cardi.
That's Lil Tony.
That's Lil Tony. I don't know who Lil Tony is, but am I tripping though for Playboy Cardi? Like, jump out the house, jump out the house. Like, just imagine Playboy Cardi and, you know, like with the play style. That's what I say. Playboy Cardi play style. I mean, music for Ant play style.
Good hand. This last draft class being amazing.
He went a young guy for the young guy. I feel that.
Cooper Flag, Dylan Harper, VJ Edgecombe. These rookies are the toughest we've had in a while. And now it's even more talent on the way. Not to Indiana. Riddle me this, man, please.
I didn't do it this time, Dom. He did. Did you watch this video? He said not to Indiana. Thug rapper, but he went into a Christian rapper after incident with demon type stuff. Oh, okay. Well, I mean, you know, Jesus will turn your life around based on situations like that. All right. Well, let me rewind that so I can hear him say, not for Indiana.
Plus even more talent on the way. Not to Indiana. Riddle me this, Batman, please. How do you have the second worst record in the entire NBA? Be on the
Jeez
top of
Louise.
every mock draft, 52% chance to have a top 4 pick and end up with nothing. If that's not getting fucked over, I don't know what is. From AJ DeBonsta jersey swap to Middle Fingers by Adam Silver. What do I hear?
AJ DeBonsta.
From AJ DeBonsta jersey
Oh, if y'all thought y'all was gonna get AJ DeBonsta, y'all should have thought again. AJ DeBonsta was in no way, shape, or form going to the Pacers.
To Middle Fingers by Adam Silver. What do I hear when I watch the Indiana Pacers? You're hearing it, dude. Depression on the sideline. Niggas just getting better.
This man said depression I feel that. That's how I feel when I watch an Indiana Pacers game. Depressed.
I don't know, it's something about them Knicks bucket getters that just scream A$AP Rocky, Brunson along with Melo. I'm a man of my word. Karl Anthony Towns though, I go Drake for real. It's like the perfect mix of serious and unserious. They be looking down when he's screaming at people, but at the same time,
Why you gotta have so much hair?
Bro, TikTok be on some bullshit, bro. I'm not bullying nobody, bro.
Did you just get banned?
My live just got restricted for 10 minutes. That's all. The reason, harassment and bullying. Bro, I'm not harassing nor bullying anybody. I'm literally reacting to a video. Bro, that's so ass, bro. TikTok makes me so mad sometimes. Because they're so bad sometimes, but they're so good at like other things. Damn, TikTok, stupid. All right, 1 second.
Dom
Again.
said that's what you get.
That's not what I get. I ain't do nothing.
Go down. She loves the rain. You should love me somehow.
She loving me, she love me not. She loving me, she love me not. She loving me, she love me not.
You said you're harassing the Pacers.
I'm harassing the Pacers. Well, the Pacers deserve to be harassed. Because they're ass.
time is like, niggas tough though. Really about to get the Knicks their first ring in like 50 years and torch the hell out of the Eastern Conference while doing. Bro, you know what I hear when I see James Harden's play style? Nigga is Trippie Redd out there. It's like the peak was peak.
What? Hello? What happened to the video?
When I see James Harden's play style, nigga is Trippie Redd out there. It's like the peak was peak.
Oh, it got cut for copyright. So he took the
Ways
sound
from
out.
those days. Can't believe the Pistons lost to these niggas, man. Cade, come on. It's cool, bro. His time will come. Poised, efficient. You almost always
J.
get what you
Cole?
get from
Yeah.
him. That's why I see Cole, bro. I see Jermaine. And it's unfortunate that he currently has the real thing as his second option. I'd also throw Kawhi into the J. Cole play style. You feel me? You see where I'm going with it? Like some chill superstar shit. Get to your spots.
Yeah.
Do what you good at the highest level.
Brandon Miller lost it. LaMelo.
Okay. Some Ken Carson vibes.
Ball plays like whatever high schoolers are listening to today. Chino Hills, Spectrum Center. I don't think it makes him a difference. Dude is dead ass a park player disguised as LaMelo Ball. So just LaMelo Ball. Not everybody though can have like a cool soundtrack. Like take Draymond for instance. Bro is gonna have the Uncle Ruckus theme song until he retires. Shit don't follow him like a dark cloud. Or even Tyler Hero. Bro stuck with Jack Harlow. Like stuck. You're in his discography. There's no, that's not going away. Music video and all. You're in the thumbnail. Damn near 100 million niggas seen it. They probably still play the shit at Heat game. So yeah, man, you don't really have a choice in the matter. But I mean, look, we all see things a little differently. So how about you tell me what NBA play styles sound like to you? If this even makes sense, please tell me I didn't just yap for 10 minutes and nobody knows what the fuck I'm talking about. Like niggas play like music styles, right? Y'all hear that, right? See that, right? Everyday work, never gonna stop till I'm perfect. High as the fuck, I'm slurring on. I get what I want, no nerves at all. Just look what I've done, I deserve it all.
Yo.
Not worried at all. I'm stacking as high as the wall. I'm stacking it higher than y'all. Clapping that hoe, give a round of applause. Pass to the dogs.
Ooh.
Not passing it on. My weed like a cactus, so damn strong. These niggas so damn dirt, Lil Jill on my yard. Yeah, Lil Jill on my yard. These niggas dirt look like my yard. Yeah, creators catalog.
That was a W video. W video. I 100% agree with the Kobe one the most. I felt like that one. I mean, also too because I'm a Kobe fan and I'm a Lil Wayne, Kanye fan. So yeah, those were definitely good. Definitely good. Yes. The ball and gun gamer epidemic. Okay. Let's see what this is about. Here we go.
somebody who's known for currently having some bad takes, bro, you gotta go down with your bad takes. And let me say this, like, my takes, I be serious. Like, I be serious a lot of the time, but people might think you trolling, but that's the art in having a bad take. Like, a bad take, your take gotta be so bad, it's good. Like, your take gotta be so bad, people really think you trolling. And what will happen with bad takes is you end up being right in the long run. Like,
now this right here, Gadies and Littleman, is someone who's content with being a dumbass. And would it surprise you if this man also happened to be the Gun and Ball Gamer final boss?
here are 3 reasons why story mode games are trash.
Now the video that's about to be played in this video, or responded to I guess, is very old, probably about 5 months old, but it's new to me, because I just now saw it for the first time. But the topic of gun and ball gamers being a large majority of gamers in general is not anything, well, I mean,
that's not
also,
true.
that's not nothing new.
Oh!
I don't know, man. But I do just want to talk about this real quick, because it's one of the stupidest mindsets, most closed-minded mindsets to have when it comes to, like, you know, if you actually enjoy playing video games. So without further ado, let's get into gun and ball gamers. But we have to discuss the final boss first.
Here are 3 reasons why story mode games are trash. Number 1, 0 replay value on the story mode game.
What?
Once you beat the story mode, then what, bro? You gotta buy a new game or you stuck in the same cycle of playing the same weak-ass story mode over and over again. There's no replay value. Nobody wants to keep playing the same story mode. When you play 2K, when you play Madden, there's hella different options. You got My Team, you got My League, you got Franchise, you got Dynasty, you got Park. There's online game modes against real people. Not final boss Elden Ring AIs, bro.
Off the bat, we already showing your ignorance. The fuck you mean these games have no replayability? Now, don't get me wrong. There are single-player games that don't really have, like, that much replayability. However, there's more to do than just replaying the story or the campaign.
Yeah, 9 times out of 10 with like story games, there's more within the story, like more within the world or the universe that you can accomplish. Like this, he probably ain't never tried to like go, unless he trolling, he probably ain't never tried to get like a trophy for like completing the game. You know what I'm saying? Like finding all of the shits. He probably trolling though. That's the only thing that I could think of. Like he gotta be trolling.
Of a single player game, you know, whether that's mastering the combat system, you know, speed runs, exploring all the different paths and levels, and like,
yo, what's good, Toad?
that, like, you know, you didn't get to before, or secret rooms that you didn't know were there that you just now discovered for the first.
Talking about the way I said his name.
Going for a high score or something of that nature. I mean, you take a look at like a Souls game, for example, and there's multiple different builds that you can pick and things that you're unlikely to find on your first playthrough that makes replaying these games feel worth it. I mean, I
Right.
things like the Arkham games or the Spider-Man games. I
Yeah.
have hundreds of hours of just swinging around in Spider-Man and like
Right.
just fighting people. Or Arkham, you just play the combat challenges because the combat system is fun. Or you play a game like Sifu, which has like so much replayability, not just because of the fact that there's mods, which that if you want to put that in the argument you can. That's more of a PC thing. But like the amount of times I've replayed Sifu and, you know, done no death runs, or keeping yourself to a certain age, or like that you don't want to pass for a challenge,
Right?
thing, like challenge runs for these games. Like there is so much replayability to be had with single player games. And then bro has the audacity to bring up 2K and Madden. First of all, let's really talk about 2K, because unless you spend $80 for the game, sometimes even more. Actually, no, I'm thinking $80. That was back when I played 2K. Now it's like $90 for, you know, the $70 game and $20 for VC to upgrade your character. The first few hours you're playing 2K
is
you're
ass.
playing against the AI. And mind you, the other modes that he mentioned, or a couple of the other modes, like My Career, you're playing against AIs. My Team, you're also playing against AI, or you're just dumping a bunch of money into that shit. Or the other game mode, I forget what it's called. I think it's like Franchise or some shit where you can like, you know, put players on your team. Or My GM, that's what it's called. My GM,
Yeah.
where you can like be the coach and you know, manage your team and all that stuff. Like there's so many AI components to playing 2K, and just because you're playing against other people, which may be enjoyable to you, like I'm not even knocking that. Like I'm someone who also does prefer playing against real people when it comes to like something competitive, but just because something's not competitive, that doesn't mean that it's not, you know, a good game. And mind you, a lot of the people that you'll find in these online games are, you know, kind of fucking stupid.
Bro, come on.
I gotta farm Coco fast.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Why he go what? Why he just switched to this game? Ass and titties. Ass and titties. Yeah, this the Gooner game. This game for Gooners. I played it a couple times though.
Bro, I almost
So you a gooner?
No.
Are you a sometime gooner?
No. Sometimes.
I almost killed the whole fucking team by myself. Literally 5 people, and these
What's
fucking
good,
vanilla
brother?
apes can't even fucking just use support ults
That's
correctly. Like
funny.
oh my, I
What's good,
don't,
Toby?
bro, I don't like
To
these are
prove his
not
point.
functional humans. Like
Oh,
I
okay.
promise you, it has taken me way longer to beat an Elden Ring boss than it has to beat some fucking bum in like a Marvel Rivals game or a 2K game or a Madden game. And I'm sorry, like I just have to go back to this 2K thing because I used to play 2K a lot, and I'm gonna keep going into this as the video continues. But if you do not spend money on 2K and you want to play my
It's
part,
trash.
you are genuinely dumping like maybe 20 to 30 hours to upgrade your character before you can go and play in park, because that's
Now, that's the one thing about, like, and I've said this plenty of times before. I 100% agree with that because I like playing 2K off rip is ass. What happened?
Like the side of your head, the other side of your head cooperates.
Playing 2K, like when you first start playing 2K without any VC or any of that stuff, like it's a terrible experience. It is a terrible experience trying to play online with 2K with a 60 overall. Terrible experience. It is one of the most terrible things that you can experience while playing 2K, because trying to play online with a 60 overall is damn near impossible because no one wants to play with you because you're a freaking 60 overall. So that's the part where I 100% agree. Like, and that's why I personally, when I play 2K, I genuinely just enjoy playing 2K for the vibes, like for my career. I don't play nothing else but my career, and I play that for the vibes, just to play it, like for the vibes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not trying to be no comp. I'm not trying to do nothing crazy. When I'm playing 2K, I'm playing 2K because, like, I just want to chill and play some basketball. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah.
everyone else just buys VC because nobody wants to spend that much time playing my career. I feel like this is where his
I do, though. I like spending that much time playing my career.
perception of
Majority of the time when I'm playing 2K, I spend a lot of time playing my career.
single player shit is skewed from, because the single player aspect of 2K is so boring that he thinks the only thing that you can get enjoyment out of with like a video game is from playing against other people.
Number 2, you're not competing against anybody that's real. You can't sit here and tell me playing against the AI, you're considering that competitive gaming. Yeah.
Well, if you plan on the hardest difficulty, which we're playing a couple of our games on the hardest difficulty right now.
Ever play somebody who was actually good at 2K, somebody who was actually good at Madden, a real compy player, you wouldn't even get a first down.
To be honest, people in 2K, I will say, some people in 2K aren't even really good at 2K. Like, they just be chucking. You feel what I'm saying?
Probably couldn't even score a bucket.
Now, football, on the other hand, I feel like that there is a little bit better of a system to where you can kind of determine someone's skill level in Madden versus 2K.
Compare that to Elden Ring's final boss or Clash, whatever y'all be playing, bro. I don't even care. Them games is trash, bro. It's not competitive. You're not a real gamer if you sitting there playing against the AI.
Why?
It just undoes what I'll do.
Oh.
Final boss AIs all day, bro.
And I kind of already talked about this, but like, bro, when did a game being competitive determine whether it's a good game or not? Like, what are we even talking about? Nah, because like, really, I really want to see this guy go through and play Elden Ring or Sekiro or just any of those FromSoft games, right? Go play Hollow Knight or some shit. Stellar Blade, Jedi Survivor. Hell, I want to see you play the Arkham games or the Spider-Man games without healing. Go play Sifu. Like, genuinely, I want to see this guy play these games. If he's want to talk, like, because I feel like he's not just saying competitive. I feel like he's trying to say, like, I don't know, hard or engaging. That just sounded really, pause. But I feel like that's what he's getting at. And I promise you, bro, 2K and Madden are not hard games. Like, I promise you, as someone who made, like, 5K in, like, a month and a half doing wagers on 2K when I was in high school, I promise you, when it comes to the tier list of competitive games, that is
5K in a month and a half playing 2K from wagers, buddy. I think I might need a little learn something there for you real quick.
It's not up, like, the sports games are not up there, bro. And the funniest part is, like, if you really talk about 2K, like, let's say you play my team, like, because that was one of his examples. A lot of what you do in my team, or if you're playing, like, just like the 5v5 regular mode against another person, a lot of what you're doing to beat your opponent is baiting their AI. Most of the people don't even play on-ball defense. They let the AI guard people for them so they can go off-ball and, like, you know, try and disrupt your passing lanes and things like that. And I know the people that don't know shit about basketball or play 2K are probably so confused about what I'm talking about. But regardless, so much of playing competitive 2K or Madden is AI. Like, yeah, there's skill involved to it, but, like, you compare that to a game like Marvel Rivals or Overwatch or CSGO, Valorant, Rocket League. Like, those are games that take a lot of skill to be, like, really competitive at. And to his credit, I was gonna mention Rainbow Six Siege, which, you know, that's another one that's up there. I could even mention, like, Halo or Fortnite, which is, I probably think Fortnite is one of, like, actually the most skillful games that you need to, how do I phrase this? One of the games you need to be the most skilled at to actually be competitive at a high level. And I say this as someone who was that. But this is besides the point, because really, like, a game being competitive does not determine whether or not it's good. And if it really isn't about, like, competitiveness and just about engagement in general, then sure, you can technically make the argument that when you're playing against real people in those kinds of online games that are built for that kind of thing, then yes, there has to be a little bit more thought put into, like, you know, your strategy or how good you are at the game, your skill, all that kind of things. But that doesn't mean that single player games don't have those things either. And again, it really depends on what you're talking about, because I promise you, you need to be better at Elden Ring than you do 2K to actually, like, I guess the equivalent would be beating a boss, which would be winning a 2K match against some fucking 40-year-old dad who just got off his shift at the oil rig, which, mind you, that's majority of the people that play 2K, by the way. Or sports games in general. Like, we really talking about...
I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say that that's the majority of the people that plays that. That was unnecessary. When you really take a look at the, like, I feel like people who play 2K are people who like basketball, like, who just genuinely enjoy basketball. I feel like I mean, I guess it just depends.
Competitive games when most of the people on 2K are fucking
He's
unks
not
that
40.
just got off their shift.
I'm not 40.
Wrong person.
But, like, on some real shit, it is genuinely way easier to go on, like, a 10-game or 20-game win streak in my park in 2K than it is to actually beat, like, some of the harder Elden Ring bosses, for example.
For 3, y'all sit in cutscenes for majority of the time y'all playing the game anyway. You might as well go watch a movie, bro. You sitting in cutscenes, barely even playing the game. Then, y'all don't even get to choose y'all gaming path. Y'all are locked into one path.
Stop going that side or this
2K
side.
is
Which one?
hella options.
That one that you have in your
Rainbow
hand.
Six Siege, hella options. Madden, hella options,
This way.
bro.
Okay,
I'm not gonna
that's
sit
why
here
I
and
had
tell
it.
me that the
You just
games I
keep
play,
pushing this
the
way,
games I
so.
spend
I
my
didn't
time
touch
on,
it.
like, copy
I'm
games.
getting confused.
One y'all
I've
play
never
me
touched
2K,
it.
play me a Madden for some money, on God. But nobody, y'all play on monitors,
Oh shit.
put your headphones on and think you so much better than everybody else because I play on a TV and I play sports games. I'm a sports gamer, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he lost me there.
Bro really just sat here and said with his whole chest, y'all be playing on monitors with your headphones on and calling me ass because I play on the TV. Bro, I promise you, if you play on your couch and your TV in your living room, I promise you any comp 2K player is really frying your shit. And that's not even a hard game when it comes to the competitive games tier list. Matter of fact, if you see this video, I don't even know if the 2K that I have has the servers up. I think I got like 2K24 because it was game shared to me. Besides the point, bro, I will genuinely fry your shit in that game, and I have not played in years. You come play in a high elo Marvel Rivals lobby, I promise you're on the other team, you're getting dog walked. Like, you're getting fucking dropped off. And he was also talking about Rainbow Six Siege. I promise you, bro, is straight ass at Siege if he's out there playing on his couch and his big ass TV with all that input lag. I promise you he's ass. Even Fortnite, bro, we can load up Fortnite. Mind you, I'm watched as fucking that game, and I promise you I'll still fry your shit. And then you want to talk about cutscenes, like, it really depends what game you're playing. Like, people say this about PlayStation exclusives, like, oh, there's so many cutscenes and you're barely playing a game, blah, blah, blah. It's like, most literally for majority of PlayStation's exclusive games, it's like 30% cutscenes and 70% gameplay. I've gone over that so many times in so many different videos, but it's besides the point. There's a lot of single player games that aren't story focused. I've already mentioned a lot of them in this video. And listen, I'm not even saying that ball and gun gamers, like people that literally only play like 2K or GTA 5, Madden, you know, just sports games in general, or Call of Duty. It's like, bro, I'm not even saying that you're any less like you have the right to be like, yeah, I like games, I enjoy playing video games and things of that nature, blah blah blah. But you can't sit here and diminish single player games just because you think you're
Well,
I
then
don't
I
even
would
know.
be
I
able
don't
to
even know
do
what
this
guy
with
thinks he
product
is,
and
'cause
actually
he
lock it
probably
in.
thinks
That's
he's
the
tough
reason I
at
didn't
like
want the
these
product.
games that he's talking about, and I guarantee he's
So I
not.
wanted
But like, you
twist
can
it the
enjoy those
wrong
games
way.
as much as you want. However, the
I'm
problem
pretty
with
sure
these
it's
fallen
this
gun
way.
gamers, and not just this guy, but it's this whole
When she does it.
like
Yeah.
community, which mind you makes up
Probably.
Yeah.
the majority. Like if you look at like the PlayStation sales numbers or like sales numbers for consoles, majority of the games that are bought, you know, it's sports games, it's Call of Duty, it's GTA, like that's where most of the money is going on these stores. And I should have like some type of chart showing that on the screen if I found it, but you can fact check it if I don't have it on the screen. I know I'm right, but it's besides the point. Like it really be these same type of people talking about, oh, there's no games to play, oh, gaming is so dead. And mind you, that like the only games they play is sports games and Call of Duty and GTA. And if single player games aren't for you, bro, that's fine. Like again, that's your choice. That's not your preference. It's whatever. But don't sit here and say there's no games to play just because you won't expand your horizons. And don't sit here and say the single player games are ass just because you don't like them. And mind you, it's people like this that are the reason why Call of Duty games aren't improving. They're just steadily getting worse. It's
Yeah.
people like this
Because I genuinely used to love the story mode for Call of Duty. Like that was that was my favorite thing about playing Call of Duty, the story mode. And I mean, of course, like it's gotten low-key worse as time has gone by, but yeah.
a 2K26, a 2K27, a 2K28, a 2K12, a 2K13. Like, there's a reason these games get made every single year, and it's because of boneheads like this, who deadass sit here and drop $90 on these games, probably even more, every single year, to play the same fucking game every year. You want to know why I could tell you I could hop on 2K and fry your shit, even though I haven't played since, like, maybe 2K23?
Because it's the same game.
The game is the fucking same thing every year, and then you want to talk about story games are trash because you play against AI. Like, what are you talking about? By that logic, every Call of Duty campaign sucks. By that logic, every Call of Duty zombie sucks. Left 4 Dead 2 is just straight ass. Like, these types of people are just so stupid, just to put it frank, and game developers should never listen to them. Well, maybe I shouldn't say that because they do make up majority of the gaming space, but like it's a sad thing. That's really what I'm getting at. It's just sad. But yeah, that's all I really have to say in this video. Thank you all for watching, and yeah, let me know what you think in the comments.
My boy just did 13 minutes of yap. 13 minutes of wait, this had to be new. This dude's take was very recent. Joe Bart Games.
Oh.
I was just okay. Who is this? Jaren Jackson Jr. dodges awkward questions in 2K26. All right, here we go. We got another one.
Matter of fact, pause the game. I just paused it. No, I just paused it. You have to answer shit. Me?
Is that Keontae George? It is Keontae George.
I'm Jaren Jackson Jr. And I'm Keontae George. We're being asked hard questions, and the only way to avoid it is to get a bucket in 2K. If you get a bucket, you don't got to answer the question. If you do, you already know what it is. This is deflected on 2K.
All right. This is interesting. I've never seen something like this.
What teammate would you absolutely never let style you?
You ready? Go. That's the first question, but I got it. Okay, hold on. Yo, here we go. Oh, I'm
The Lakers and the Knicks?
Josh Hart, come here.
Did they not want to play as themselves?
Luka. Oh, yeah, hell, Marcus? Oh, my goodness.
What the heck?
Hey! I got to answer the, okay.
Absolutely.
Ace. Why not? He's 19. That's why.
What's the craziest fit you've seen him pull up in?
He's pulled up in like the bear claw joints, like the slippers. Yeah, with full aloe on.
If the NBA actually brought a one-on-one tournament to All-Star Weekend, name 6 guys that you'd like to see in the tournament.
Kyrie.
What Key is answering this? I hope y'all know. Like, I don't care if I don't score right here. Hey, y'all already just said? No. Like, look, yeah. Y'all already just said? Matter of fact, pause the game. I just paused it. No, I just paused it. You have to answer it. Shit, me, KD, Luka, Brunson.
Kyrie.
Yeah, I'm thinking of real ones, dudes. Like, I'm really thinking of JC. JC do get after anyone. Yeah, I mean,
JC?
Jordan Clarkson.
Oh, Clarkson.
Paul George. Yeah.
No, Kyrie
Describe
is
your favorite
crazy.
Ace Bailey moment from his rookie season.
All right.
Off the court.
I might have hit the call to age for him. No. Yo! What the? Run. Oh my goodness, OG.
That's a bucket.
It's actually insane that I missed that layup. What's the question again?
Your favorite off-court Ace Bailey moment?
We're eating at my crib. I gave him some chicken and shrimp, fried rice, and I had some sauce from my fridge. My chef made some more sauce. He sees the first little bit of sauce. He's like, this is nasty or something. He's like, what's the black stuff in it? It's literally pepper. No, I ain't eating this, bro. And then I give him the same sauce, just freshly made. He's like, oh yeah, I'll try this. He don't like nothing that he can't like, that he doesn't know. If it ain't from Chattanooga, he don't know.
Chill.
I just like,
he was about to expose something. He was like, nah, chill, my boy.
You get to take the loser's phone and go to the selfie section of their camera roll and pick one to show to the camera.
Guess what, bro? Hold on. Whoever loses what, the game?
No, this point. Whoever gets scored on next.
I'm going, bro.
Has to give up their phone to the other person. They get to choose a selfie.
I might get scored on purpose, bro. Why would you want to do that?
Why does he have the ball? Why is Luka turning around?
He definitely don't play 2K. This is not a game that Jaren Jackson Jr. plays.
Dun, 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 dun. Don't take a selfie right now. Nah, get one of these. Like, get me right.
Oh,
Look.
What is it? Yeah, show the camera.
Glee. I'm down 9-0. Stop playing with me.
Which teammate would you least want to date your sister?
There we go. See, here we go. And I got one too.
Why are you backing up?
Ooh!
No.
Bro, Jaren Jackson trash.
Who do you not want to date your sister? Who do you not want to date your sister? Who do you not want to date your sister? What? Yeah, sir.
Okay, he got 2. He finally got points.
Isaiah, call you. There's no way. This ain't my bad, Walker. You know, Walk me. Tuck his polo in. Isaiah, though.
What was one moment this year that made you realize Kevin Love was an old head?
Dang. I'm about to score on you. There's no chance I'm not scoring this. Luka and DeAndre Ayton, you will be coming into this pick and roll.
Bro, Jaren Jackson might need to play off-ball defense, bro, because what the heck?
Like, it's so by the minute. He changes his jersey at halftime. So do I. He changes everything at halftime. He be running sprints pregame. He honestly has the same pregame routine as me because we got to get warm. Like, we can't cool down and go back up. He really 6, right, bro? Yeah, but you're 22. Like, you actually don't know. Like, my knees hurt sometimes. You know what I mean? My bad.
Yeah. All right, next question is gonna be, who's the craziest trash talker you played against?
I can tell you that right now, but let's go. I already know.
I got an answer.
I literally have an answer, yes. 100%. I'm about to get a layup too on. Oh my God.
Bro, all you had to do was just pass to Ayton, bro.
One more to the bonus, though. You better score in these 8 seconds.
Okay, about time he made a bucket.
Yeah, pause.
Oh my goodness. George Niang.
Oh, he's talking trash. George Niang.
Oh,
Easy, actually.
Yo. He talks so crazy. I rock with him, though.
Loser of this one has to call a family member and ask them to tell an embarrassing story.
Oh, yeah, hell nah.
Jesus. Oh.
You better make that, Luka. Blow by. Ooh!
You know what got me a 5-second call? It's gonna be embarrassing. These days, it's call somebody. I'm on stream.
Yo, I'm on camera, young. Don't say nothing crazy. You hear me?
I was supposed to call a family member and you supposed to tell them something embarrassing.
Embarrassing? I'll probably say like missed like a wide open duck or something like that. And you fake the cramp.
I'm gonna call you after this, alright? Alright. Missed a dunk, bro. And fake.
Yo, low-key, like, watching this, niggas just these days. Even NBA players, bro. Like, this would be some shit that, like, me and my boys would do. Like, niggas should be real, like, they just regular ass niggas, man.
The cramp.
They are just people, baby.
Watch out, God.
I mean, yeah. This is definitely some shit that me and my boys would be doing.
and you better answer. Sorry, bro. Oh, yep. Here we go. Let's slow it down. Spread it out. Here we go. Come on, Brian. Oh.
Good and
Chase down. Nope. Chase down. Old days. Good
Britt.
D.
Oh, pass. There you go.
Somebody in the league who cannot guard me. Man,
Go ahead, Keontae.
who has a 0% chance of stopping me.
Oh my God.
Can't
you
be your
picked
own
me.
team. Can't be your own team.
Hey, look at that. 0% chance. All right.
I don't want no lifeline for this one. Casey Wallace? Listen, Casey, he just made second team all defense.
Yeah, I know. Like, Dylan can't guard me, but you know, he made whatever.
I just say Casey because we've been bumping for so long.
So like, you know how you can go to your messages and you can search a word in your messages? So you know, whoever gets scored on, they're gonna search the other person's name, see if they're talking shit about them in their phone.
Okay. What's up with you in the phone? Please.
There you go, Aiden.
Bonkers.
That was a crazy bucket. Like a crazy shot.
Damn.
I'm glad you fell, because brother.
They only got 44 seconds left.
What have we talked about, man? Key.
Yeah, damn, that's gonna be pretty much a lot of things.
I low key. You'll play with him versus Keontae and Mark.
I can't say that.
Yeah, he don't be talking shit, cuz. He just got hella business shit. I mean, hella business stuff involved with saying Key.
Yeah.
As y'all can see, easy dub this way. 16-10. Took our foot off the gas towards the end. So
Wow, it's insane.
help him feel good. Help him put some points on the board. Shout out 2K League.
And this is deflected on 2K.
That was pretty cool. I've never seen something like this before. I didn't know that they did something like this. And that was pretty interesting. W. Okay, the psychology behind the psychological price of being a superstar. I don't know if you can do this one with TikTok. Good video though. Well, we're gonna find out. Here we go.
One went from the second overall pick, sleeping
Yahoo!
outside. One won 2 championships that nearly died in his own house. And one was a 5-time All-Star who put a gun to his head twice. This is the part of the NBA that they would never show in a highlight reel. Okay.
People are still people. That's why. People are still humans. No matter how much money you got, no matter how much stardom you have, no matter how often you appear on TV, people are still humans and they still go through things. And that's why we need Jesus.
Okay, so we have stats for everything in the NBA, but there's no stat for the mental aspect of the game. And every once in a while, usually after it's too late, we get a glimpse of what was actually going on. And it was always the same story. So today we're bringing light to the darkness. We have 6 guys and 6 different ways of telling y'all. Starting with the guy who was the #1 prospect in the country before any of this was even legal to talk about.
Michael B. Easy Beasley.
Beasley was the #1 ranked forward in the class of 2007, ahead of Derrick Rose, ahead of James Harden, and ahead of Blake Griffin. 1 year at Kansas State, and he averaged 26 and 12 a game. Miami takes him second overall in 2008, right behind Rose and right ahead of Russell Westbrook. He was a generational scorer, a future superstar, and he was genuinely built different. Then, after 7 teams, suspensions, a career that turned into a running joke. And in April 2026, Beasley sat down with Shannon Sharpe on Club Shay Shay for 2 hours. The clips have been all over your timeline most likely, and what he said in there should make every NBA front office stop scrolling. I was sleeping outside. I was unhoused, Michael Beasley said in that interview. $40 million in career earnings. After basketball, he was sleeping outside with no place to call home. But the clip from the interview that has been getting passed around the most, it's not even the homelessness part, it's the grief. You probably remember this. Lakers in 2019, Beasley checks into a game wearing the wrong colored shorts. The internet ate him alive. ESPN ran it on the loop, and it was a meme for weeks. But here's what nobody knew at the time. His mom, Fatima Smith, was dying of cancer. He just signed with the Lakers in the offseason, which put him on the wrong side of the country from her. He missed 13 games that year trying to be there. She passed away in December. The wrong shorts game was barely a month later, and he just lost a cousin right before that. And here is how he described that entire season. I wasn't a basketball player then. My mom died. I just couldn't hold on. I just couldn't play no more. I wasn't a basketball player then. That's how he described himself in the NBA uniform getting paid millions of dollars. and it was learned that from a young age, Beasley was always under a microscope by the media. Stephen A. Smith met me at 15 and didn't say a word to me. Next thing I know, he's talking about character issues at 18. How the fuck do you even know about character issues? You don't know I was catching a bus to those gyms? He was 15, catching a bus to workouts. By the time he was 18, we had already decided who he was, and we kept that label on for 15 years.
Damn.
He was labeled as immature, unstable, a bust, a head case. We had 1,000 words for him, and none of them was unwell. But here's the thing. The NBA didn't even require a full-time mental health professional on every team staff until 2018.
Damn.
He was drafted in 2008. For the entire first decade of his career, the decade where everything fell apart, there was structurally nobody whose job was to catch him while he was falling. But Beasley made it through. He won a Big 3 title with Miami 305 last summer, and he's making millions of dollars off the court and on the court. At least Beasley got a somewhat better ending than his start initially had. But the next guy, he didn't really have a good ending. Now, Lamar Odom was one of the most loved guys in the NBA.
Trigger warning, maybe, I don't know. We'll find out.
Lakers fans loved him, teammates loved him. Phil Jackson, who didn't really love him, many people loved him. He had a 14-year career. He was a 2-time NBA champion, 2011 Sixth Man of the Year, and a 6'10" matchup nightmare who could handle, pass, and post up before that was even a thing. And the entire time,
yeah, Lamar Odom was tough.
Was actually going on. Earlier this year, in March 2026, Netflix dropped Untold: The Death and Life of Lamar Odom, and the documentary is one of the most candid things any active or former NBA player has ever done about addiction. Lamar talks, and what they describe is a guy who's using cocaine, hiding it, and also showing up to NBA games putting up real production. The trade that broke him was December 2011. Stern just voided the Chris Paul to Lakers deal, and Lamar found out the Lakers had tried to ship him to New Orleans in that trade. And then days later, they actually did trade him
to Dallas.
In Dallas, Lamar played the worst basketball of his career. 6.6 points and 4.2 rebounds. His shooting percentage cratered. He was a shell of his former self. The Mavericks eventually just sent him home before the playoffs. Everybody had a theory. He was lazy. He was distracted by the cameras. He had a reality show with Chloe. He didn't want to be in Dallas, or he was just washed. But the actual answer, per the documentary,
that cocaine
into a cocaine addiction.
He was on that cocaine,
and the trade itself had broken something in him that he never got back. In the documentary, Chloe stated, "He was better than I knew. He was playing me so I could continue this lifestyle for him." His wife at the time, the person sharing a house with him, didn't know how bad it was. That's what addiction does. It hides. October 2015, Lamar Odom was found unresponsive in a Nevada home. He had overdosed on a cocktail of cocaine and herbal supplements. He was rushed to the hospital. He spent 3 days in a coma. According to the documentary, he suffered 12 strokes and 6 heart attacks over the course of his...
Dang! 12 strokes, 6 heart attacks over a course of the 3-day coma. Buddy should not be alive. He should not be alive. Jeez Louise.
His hospitalization. He had to relearn how to walk and talk. A 2-time NBA champion, beloved by an entire city.
Don't do drugs,
and we
kids.
almost lost him in a hotel.
Yeah, don't do drugs, kids.
Nobody should have been able to find him in.
Dang.
According to him, the moment that actually pushed him to clean up wasn't the overdose. It wasn't an intervention. It wasn't rehab. It was a dream about Kobe. Kobe had passed in January 2020. And Lamar said Kobe came to him in a dream and told him to keep going. And for a guy who had just nearly died, who had spent years destroying himself, those words from his friend hit different. Lamar is sober now. As of early 2026, he'd been clean from drugs and alcohol for over a year. He's doing the documentary, he's doing the press, and he's talking. Now, Lamar's addiction was the wreckage, but the next guy was right at the edge, twice. Let's go back to 2017.
John Wall,
king of Washington, D.C. He was a 5-time All-Star, the #1 pick, and he just hit the dagger through over Avery Bradley in Game 6 of the second round. He jumped on the announcer's table and forced a Game 7 against the Celtics. He's about to get a max extension, and he thinks, and I quote him, "I'm a wizard for life." But then, in the next 3 years, yes, only 3 years, everything fell apart. In September 2022, Wall published a story in the Players Tribune, and the way he describes it, I'm just gonna read it. In the span of 3 years, I went from being on top of the world to losing damn near everything I cared about. John Wall, the Achilles tear, then a heel infection so bad his foot almost had to be amputated. Then his mother, the most important person in his life, got canceled.
Yeah, because
He talked about it on the
the
OG's
right amount of
podcast with
locks.
Adonis
It's
Haslam
not
and
even.
Mike Miller in March 2024 about
Well, I'm
what it was
realizing
like to watching her go through chemo. At the same time, the trade rumors and about how
Yeah, it's just based on the way that
Yeah,
the
no.
lady who originally did my twists did it.
Yeah. She didn't part you right.
Yeah, it wasn't an even number.
That's okay.
Which I genuinely don't like. I'm like, damn, like, cause should I cut one and like even it or something? But nah.
You can just
Preston
twist it
actually
into
felt
the
it.
other
I
one.
quote,
Yeah.
I try to tell people mental health is serious. If it wasn't for my two boys, I would have killed myself. I put a gun to my head twice. And a lot of people that are close to me and my friends at the time, they didn't even know. A 5-time NBA All-Star, #1 overall pick, over $250 million in just career earnings, put a gun to his head twice. And listen to this part. A lot of people that are close to me didn't even know. It's the same line.
Yeah, TikTok got me. Bro. I'm gonna just end on TikTok. It's so stupid. Restricting my live again. It's okay. It's not banning me. It's just restricting the live from getting into the like recommended. They're just restricting the live from the For You page based on the content of what is being talked about, which is so dumb. But
Every single time. Lamar's
yeah,
ex-wife
cornball
didn't
for
know.
sure.
Beasley's teammates didn't know. Kevin Love's own family, who we'll get to, didn't even know. The most consistent thing about this, across every single one of these stories, is that the people closest to them don't even see it coming. Because the guy doesn't just let them see it. Because the playbook says you don't let them see it. Now, sometimes the mental side of this isn't crisis. Sometimes it's just getting misunderstood for years. Now, it's time to talk about Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard isn't a depression story. He didn't put a gun to his head. He didn't overdose. But there's an entirely different mental side of this game. We have to go before we even knew the name Kawhi. January 18th, 2000.
This was when his dad.
A man named Mark Leonard is closing up his car wash early. He owns the place. He built it from the ground up, and he paved the lot with his own bare hands. He's leaving early because his oldest son, named Kawhi, has a high school basketball game that night, the CIF championship. Mark hasn't missed one all year. But before he could get out the door, a car pulls into the lot.
And shoots
Two
him.
masked men get out, they cross the street, and they open fire on Mark Leonard in front of his own business.
Dang.
He's shot multiple times at point blank range. His pregnant wife runs out and lays on his back, screaming at him to hold on. He dies at the scene. He was only 43 years old, and his son was 16, and we all know what his name is. Kawhi got the call in the car on the way to his game. His sister told him. His mom and his uncle were in the car with him, and then he insisted on playing the game anyways. He walked onto the floor that night and scored 17 points. His team lost, and the moment the buzzer went off, Kawhi walked into the hallway and collapsed into his mother's arms and broke down. The next morning, he gave a quote to the LA Times. Basketball helps me take my mind off things, picking me up every day when I'm feeling down. Basketball is my life, and I wanted to go out there and take my mind off of it. It was real sad. My father was supposed to be at that game.
Dang.
My father was supposed to be at that game. Kawhi was only 16 years old, and he had just lost a person he was closest to it in the world. And his answer was, play through it. Don't let anyone see you suffer. Basketball is life. The murder
Dang.
of Mark Leonard is unsolved, and they never caught the guys. 17 years later, it's still an open case.
Dang.
So, when you watch every interview Kawhi's done since, the blank face, the hoodie pulled up, the half laugh that never quite reaches his eyes, the famous Boardman gets paid delivery that sounds like a hostage video, you have to factor that in. That isn't a personality, that's a 16-year-old kid who buried his dad and never came back up. And we've spent his entire career making fun of him for it. Now, flash forward, the 2017-18 season, and Kawhi is the next one up after Tim Duncan's retirement. The face of San Antonio. He's coming off a year where he averaged 26 a game on insane efficiency and finished third in MVP voting. Then, the quad injury. Zaza Pachulia closed out in the 2017 Western Conference Finals in Game 1. Then the next season, he plays 9 games the whole season, and it gets messy. ESPN reports there's a divide between Kawhi's camp and the Spurs medical staff. Kawhi goes to New York to rehab on his own. Spurs doctors clear him, but he doesn't play. Tony Parker goes on record and says he had the same injury, but 100 times worse. And by April, the entire league has decided Kawhi is faking it. He's quitting all his team, and he's doing all of this for a trade. Now think about who they were saying that to. A guy who 10 years earlier had played a playoff game 3 hours after his father was murdered. That same guy. And the NBA called that guy soft. He then gets traded to Toronto. He wins the championship. He drops 30.5 points a game in the playoffs. Hits an iconic Game 7 buzzer beater over Joel Embiid that bounces 4 times on the rim before going in. And after he wins the title, he sits down with Rachel Nichols and finally says something about all of it. A lot of people thought I was faking the injury or didn't want to play for my team, and that was disappointing to me. So just going through that, I knew I had to trust myself. Disappointing to me. That's Kawhi speak for something broken. For a guy that has trained himself to never show anything, that's the loudest he's ever been. We always frame the mental side of sports as the dramatic stuff, the depression, the suicide attempts, the overdose, and that is the most urgent part. But the culture that creates those crises is built out of smaller pieces. It's built out of not believing in your players. It's built out of talking before listening. It's built out of letting a 16-year-old grief response harden into a personality, and then mocking him for that personality, and then accusing him of lying when he tells you he's hurt. The lesson from Kawhi isn't Kawhi was depressed. The lesson from Kawhi is when a guy tells you something is wrong, the default cannot be prove it. Because prove it is how you get Beasley. Prove it is how you get Wall. And prove it is how you almost get Lamar Odom dead in a hotel room. And prove it how you spend 15 years missing the most obvious thing about Kawhi, that the kid never got the chance to grieve. So he turned into a man who simply can't. Now, so what happens when guys actually do break the playbook? When they say it out loud while it's happening? Well, we're gonna have to go to the next guy from LA.
DeMar DeRozan?
It's February 17th.
That's right.
2018, around 6 o'clock in the morning, and it's NBA All-Star Weekend in Los Angeles. DeMar DeRozan was a 4-time All-Star at the time, leading the Raptors to the best season in franchise history. He is in his hometown of Compton. His dad has been in and out the hospital for weeks. He's supposed to be enjoying the weekend, partying, chilling, relaxing. Instead, he's been staring at the ceiling all night. So he picks up his phone, opens Twitter, types 7 words and hits send, and goes to bed. 7 words from an all-star. From a guy whose team was 41-16. From a guy who, by every external metric, was on top of the world. He wakes up to 1,000 missed calls. His coach, Dwayne Casey's checking on him. The Toronto Star wants an interview. He gives them one. He quotes, "It's one of them things that no matter how indestructible we look, we are all human at the end of the day.
That's right.
Sometimes it gets the best of you, where everything in the whole world is on top of you." These are the words of a 4-time All-Star on the top of his profession, telling a newspaper he's drowning. And he's also said in an interview since, he wasn't trying to start a movement. He wasn't trying to be brave. He just couldn't sleep. And he hit send and went to bed and didn't think anything of it. But that tweet was the first time in the modern history of the NBA that a current All-Star said the word depression out loud to the public. And it changed everything that came after. Look, DeMar didn't fix the NBA's mental health problem. He didn't even try. He just refused to keep pretending, trying to be something that he's not, when everybody knows we're all human. And that turned out to be enough, because 3 weeks later, another All-Star said something.
Kevin Love.
Kevin Love. 3 weeks earlier, actually 3 months earlier, Kevin Love had been in the middle of his own crisis. He just hasn't told anyone yet. November 5th, 2017. Cavs versus Hawks. 3rd quarter. Timeout. Love is on the bench, and out of nowhere, he can't breathe. It's hard to describe, but everything was spinning. Like my brain was trying to climb out of my head. The air felt thick and heavy. My mouth was like chalk.
He had a panic
attack. My body was trying to say, "You are about to die." He gets up, he runs through the tunnel, lies on the floor of the training room flat on his back trying to get air. They rush him to the Cleveland Clinic, run every test. There's nothing physically wrong with him. That was a panic attack. His first one. He was 29 years old. He was a 5-time All-Star by that point and an NBA champion. And he had no idea what had just happened to him. Now, here's the thing about Love. After that night, he buried it. He kept playing. He didn't tell any of his teammates, didn't even tell his family, and he thought if he just keep moving, it would go away. And then, in January 2018, he left another game early, the exact same symptoms, and the team listed it as migraines, which led to the infamous Cavaliers meeting between Isaiah Thomas and Dwayne Wade publicly questioned Love's commitment. The locker room basically lit on fire overnight. And then 6 weeks later, DeRozan tweeted his 7 words, and Love, watching from Cleveland, decided he was done hiding. Now we go to March 6, 2018. Kevin Love published an essay on the Players Tribune called "Everyone is Going Through Something," and it is one of the most important things any active NBA player has ever written. For 29 years, I thought about mental health as someone else's problem. Mental health isn't just an athlete thing. What you do for a living doesn't have to.
I forgot around this time, like the whole mental health crisis thing was like
huge.
Yeah, like blowing up, and everybody was coming out and saying a whole bunch of different things about mental health this and mental health that. Forgot that this was a thing.
Find who you are. This is an everyone thing. Within 6 months of those posts, the NBA changed the rules. Every team had to put a mental health professional on staff. One tweet, one essay.
That was 2 locks.
And look, I want to be really clear about something. This
it did. It
fixed
just
in 2018.
separated.
Beasley's Cleaver was already over. Lamar's overdose had already happened, and John Wall's mother hadn't even got sick yet. His crisis was still coming. But what changed in 2018 is that the next guy who needed something had a script to follow. He could look at DeMar, he could look at Kevin, and he could think, okay, they did it, so I can.
Yay.
And that's the actual mechanism behind it. And that's how the wall comes down.
Thank you.
So, we've seen 6 guys now. 6 totally different stories.
Take a
Beasley
picture.
losing his mom.
Okay.
Lamar's addiction. Wall in the guns. Kawhi in the quad. And
Wall in the guns. That's kind of crazy. Like, Wall in the guns. He couldn't have said something better. Like, jeez Louise. I just want to admit how difficult it is to understand that these guys are just people. You give them these expectations, and if they don't live up to your expectations, you treat them like a robot that isn't functioning properly. It's something I wish I were better with, is how we get people like Rondell Moore. Yeah, man, that's what I was saying, bro. Like, these people are legit people. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no difference between you, me, and Kawhi Leonard. And you know, I always defend Kawhi Leonard because Kawhi Leonard, like what people don't know about Kawhi's injury, he'll never, he has a deteriorating knee. He'll never heal from his injury. Like, so when people be getting on Kawhi talking about like, oh, Kawhi always hurt, da 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 da, like, dude, he has an injury that he's never going to be able to heal from. He's playing through, I'm assuming, somewhat of like immense amount of pain. And it's going to be like for the rest of his life. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if later in his life he got like a limp or something.
I didn't do bad.
You did not. Due to... Thank you, baby. Yeah.
I didn't do bad.
Hey, nah, that's kind of tough. Let me go take a look at it real quick. Due to his knee. You know what I'm saying? Due to his injury.
Win girlfriend. Win fiance. I mean, I know how to do it. Show your mom. Look, white girls can do hair.
Yeah, you should say that. She'd laugh.
You moved. No, I turned the light on.
Okay.
So I
took a picture when I was...
No, I couldn't see you. Couldn't see you. Look what I can do. Are you doing
The video look is first time I did my body say, look at this. Look what I can do. Look what I can do. He's even not even like frowning about it.
Nice little practice run. So then next time we can do a little, we can actually like get it locked up.
Yeah.
So this was like an actual request?
I know. I just that. Yeah, we sit down and chill it. I do that. I mean, it part of it is just I didn't use any product, but like the bottom is fine. And then you've got two that are like that. They're just like every time. So my recommendation would be to put it in a ponytail.
Yeah. I was gonna put my
Oh, that might help it stay in place. I know you're not too bad at I see your hair looks like oh, scalp full spot. Making me go.
Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Little something, little slight, you know?
The little joke.
Now Cortel does Miranda's hair.
That's funny.
I've brushed it before.
You looking like Ayo,
The Sumu.
whatever.
Ayo Desumu.
I don't know that he would like to do my hair.
Yeah. We looking all nice and crispy, gang. That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm talking. Thank you, baby.
You're welcome.
How many more minutes do we have, chat? How far along are we? Hour and 30 minutes. All right, 30 more minutes. And then we'll take a break. We started the stream early, though, today, which, yay. They gave us an opportunity to start earlier.
His father and DeRozan's tweet while we have Love's panic attacks. So, before this video,
Common thread.
I want to lay out
Common
some
theme.
20 to 35% of elite athletes are dealing with anxiety, depression, or psychological distress.
But yeah, to answer your question, I mean, to answer your statement, to like respond to your statement again, Dom, just remember that, you know, like, and that'd be the thing, like, that'd be the thing that we do in society, even to like famous people, you know, these people are still regular humans, you know, like, they're no different from you and I. Just because they have money or an ability, like, we got to just kind of remember that, keep those things in mind, which is why, you know, the expectations that we have on them, just kind of put in the perspective of like, what if it was reversed? You know, would you be able to perform? You train for certain things, yeah, but like, would you be able to perform under such immense pressure that some of these people are under just for a sport? You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, we just got to be mindful. We got to be mindful. Keep those things in mind when it comes to like these people. They're still regular people. They're no different from you and I. All right.
Annals of Medicine and Surgery Review in 2026. There are roughly 450 players currently in the NBA on any given night, which means right now, while you're watching this video, somewhere between 90 and almost 160 of them are dealing with what these 6 guys are going through. Now, once they retire, it more than doubles.
Right.
44% of
Delonte West
for a mental health disorder versus 90% active. BMJ Open Sports and Exercise Medicine.
But that's also why you need Jesus, because a lot of people put their identity in what they do. You know, like their identity is the sport. That's all they know. That's all they do. That's literally them. They put their identity in who they are, like the basketball player. They don't put their identity in Christ, and that's why you need Jesus in your life.
Analysis in 2024 December. Every guy in this video is either living that or is about to. Beasley out since 2019. Lamar retired in 2013, and overdose came 2 years later. And Wall hasn't played since 2023, and DeRozan and Love are staring at that same clip. So the next time a guy has a bad game and the timeline lights up calling him soft, pause and wait a second, because the gap between he's washed and he's not okay is a lot smaller than any of us want to actually admit. So if anything in this video hit close to home, the 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is open 24/7. Call or text 988 and the link will be in the description. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Remember, it's June. It's Mental Health for Men's Month. Take care of your brothers. Take care of everything, including yourself.
Heck yeah, that's what we need to be more acknowledging of. Men's mental health. Mental health awareness for men is important. That's something that we need to take more time to acknowledge. We need that in our society, bro, because men have a lot of weight on their shoulders already just by being a man. Being a man is tough. Do not let social media, do not let the propaganda, television, news, do not let women, do not let anything tell you or show you otherwise that being a man is not hard, bro. Being a man is tough because there's so much expectation for as being a man. Don't let nobody tell you or sway you different. Don't let the society tell you different, bro. Don't let them try to demonize being a man, because first and foremost, we was created first, motherfucker. First of all, we was created first. Okay. Second of all, it's a lot to it. You know what I'm saying? But on top of that, we need men. You know, men, like the society in life. We need men. We need each other. We need to stay together. You know. All right. Last video, Fantasy Phenoms. Easy to understand NFL documentaries. Oh, well, someone sent a link, but they didn't send a video that goes with it. They just sent the link to the YouTube. Oh wait, I skipped one. Sorry.
Alright, so I just went through and ranked the top 100 players in the NBA based on last season. I'm ready to embrace debate. So you're 76 to 100, and honestly, going through this just made me like fully appreciate how much
Edgecombe 76. VJ Edgecombe 76. Josh Hart 88. Bro, stop playing. VJ Edgecombe over Josh Hart? Stop playing.
talent is in the NBA right now. I mean, Zach LaVine, that's nuts. He barely cracked my top 100. New Hornet, Naz Reid, PJ.
Okay, Chill Dude, 1 inch too short. Wait, Chill Dude, is that Preston? Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good, Zero? What's good, brother? Hey, what's good, brother? How's it going? I'm gonna make an edit with Ignited. Please do, Monkey. Please do make that edit with Ignited. Watch every video they have ever made. No, Sersky.
Washington, Peyton Watson, Josh Hart. These guys aren't even sniffing the top 50. And then the two guys I struggled with the most, honestly, were Asar Thompson and Ryan Rollins. Now, here's 51 to 75. And honestly, to me, this is the, like, hey, they're
Tyler Hero?
kind of overrated tier. And I don't obviously mean that for everyone on this list. I also don't even necessarily mean that in a bad way, because I think for a lot of these guys, Trey
I sent
Murphy,
it. Preston, I thought that was
Jalen
you.
Duren, Julius Randle, Tyler Hero, like, you catch.
Hey, give me my thing too. What you doing? Oh. Wait. Jeez Louise, man. Why you do me like this, man? Fam, why you do me like Why you do me like this, fam? Worst streamer of the world? No, sir. No, sir.
These guys on the right night, and they look like all-stars. But to crack the top 50, you either have to be like a proven
Would you like another
champion.
broken one?
Hmm?
Like another broken one?
Yeah. They taste really good after they've sat. Bird's House of Treats coming soon.
Chip level number 3 guy like OG Anunoby, Chet Holmgren, Aaron Gordon.
Chet Holmgren top 32. I mean top 50. Get him out of there. Dylan Harper?
Or the best offensive player on the team. And I'm always going to default to the guy who's asked to do more, because I just think it's easier when you're not the number 1 guy on opposing scouting reports. Here's 11 to 25. I'm assuming
Halliburton? 16? He didn't even play. He didn't even touch the basketball this season. Halliburton, number 16? Stop it. Stop it. Scotty Barnes, 18? Stop it. Denny Avdija? Okay. Denny had a nice little season. But 25? Stop. You ever think you don't want to see me haterade? Bruh. Let's be realistic, bro. Tyrese Halliburton, 16. His official top 100 players. He ain't even touched a basketball this season, bruh.
Halliburton's going to be good. But obviously that is a question mark. I was so impressed by Scotty Barnes in the playoffs, which is why I'm giving him the bump over someone like Kevin Durant. And then, yeah, man, LeBron in the playoffs was playing like a top 5 player in the world. Now here's 6 to 10. And yeah, people are going to be outraged by me putting Jalen Brunson 8. I love
Jalen Brunson 8. Is that a bad take? I don't know. Kawhi number 9. Kawhi, I'm always be. I like Kawhi. I'm always be a Kawhi fan, but I don't know. I think not top 10, not 6 through 10. Cade, I could put him there. Steph might have to maneuver to like 9. I put Jalen Brunson at 6 right here. I put Jalen Brunson at 6, Cade at 7, Steph at 8, Kawhi at 9. I would take Jason Tatum out of the top 10 because he barely freaking played.
Jalen Brunson. But if you swapped him and Steph, I still think the Knicks win the title. If you swapped him and Cade.
See, this is my thing, right? Niggas can't ever just give a nigga a credit. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you won't just give bruh credit, bruh? I've been hearing this going on for a little bit too. Oh, if you swap Jalen Brunson for another small guard like Steph Curry, the Knicks would still win the bruh, just let Brunson be a champion, bruh. Jalen Brunson had one of the best finals final game in the finals I've seen in a long time. Just let Brunson be a champion, bruh. Stop trying to swap him out for somebody else. Obviously, they did it with Brunson. You could swap him for any other. And then putting Steph Curry in that top, like, bro, yeah, of course they're still gonna win. It's Steph freaking Curry. What do you mean? Steph Curry won a freaking championship with the 2022 Golden State Warriors, bro. Stop playing. Get him out of here, bro. Stop.
I still think the Knicks win the title. And then 1 to 5 is 1 to 5.
Stop with the Victor Wembanyama glaze, bro. Stop it.
I still think Wemby's the best player in the world.
Spit on it while you down there, buddy. Get it out your throat. Come on, man. Still think Wemby's the best player in the world is crazy. But he wants Shea 1, don't you? No, I don't even want Shea 1. I don't even recognize Shea was up there. But here's my thing. And I'm going to say this till forever. Do not shove NBA players down our throat. NBA. I feel like the NBA is shoving Victor Wembanyama down our throat because they want him to be the face of the league. Let me like Victor Wembanyama organically. I still feel like there's every player has holes. I still feel like Victor Wembanyama has holes in his game to where it's like y'all crowning him the best player in the world when like he ain't done nothing to show me he the best player in the world yet. Like, to be honest, I feel like Jokic just had a bad season last season. I'd still put Jokic over Victor Wembanyama. To be honest, I don't like his defensive game. So let me not even say that. I can't even do lookalike. I didn't see him actually. Ant-Man, he was in his list. He was in the top here. 20. He's right here. Wait, where is he? Oh yeah, 11. 11 to 25. That's where he was at. Yeah, that's kind of, that's not crazy, but to be honest, I think Giannis, I think he better than Victor Wembanyama. This list isn't based on season, just overall. Yeah, he said after this season, overall. I feel like Jokic over Victor Wembanyama for sure. I like Vic, but I want to like Vic organically. I want to like Victor Wembanyama organically, not because they shoving Victor Wembanyama down our throats as NBA fans. Like, don't make Victor Wembanyama the face of the league and try to get us to like Victor Wembanyama. Let his game prove him. Let his game do all the talking. And throughout the season, I'm like, okay, I see. But also other times it's just like, okay, nigga, you're 7'5". If I was 7'5", nigga, I'd be blocking everything too, bruh. If I was 7'5", yeah, I'd be slammer jamming everything. Come on, bro. You're 7'5". You're supposed to be doing stuff like that. But anyway, I digress. I would put Jokic 1. I would put Jokic 1, Shea 2, Giannis 3, Vic 4, Luka 5. Only because Jokic and Shea, they're champions. Giannis is a champion. Giannis, Jokic, and Shea are both champions and MVPs. You can't sit here and tell me Victor Wembanyama is the best player in the world when he has done nothing to prove it yet. He hasn't done enough to prove it yet. Defensive Player of the Year, great. You don't think that what I'm saying is bad? Right. Like, Victor Wembanyama had a good season. But you're still in prove it mode. Like, that was your third season, bro. Your second season, you didn't play for a remainder of the season because of blood clots. Now, if you had blood clots, you had blood clots. But are you sure it wasn't so y'all could tank and draft high and win the #1 overall draft? NBA conspiracies. I digress. Anyway, you still ain't done enough yet for me. It was your third season. Y'all made it to the finals. That's amazing. Beautiful. When they really needed you to be the best player in the world in the finals, Cat Daddy shut you down, bro. So, hey, that's all I'm saying, bro. Like, let's stop giving out these best players in the world, best player I've ever seen, greatest of all time. Let's stop giving out these titles to these players who still got a lot to prove. You still got a lot to prove, buddy. And if I were to be honest, so does Jokic. If I were to be honest, so does Shea. If I were to be honest, so does Giannis. All of them still have a lot to prove, even though they don't have as much to prove as someone like a Victor Wembanyama or a Luka Doncic. Like, those guys are champions already. They've proved it. Jokic, champion. Shea, champion. Giannis, champion. Jokic, MVP. Shea, MVP. Giannis, MVP. They've proved it. They've proved it on the individual side, and they proved it on the team side. By what you're saying, you should put Brunson over Luka too. I should, and I think I could, but I mean, to be honest, you really could. The Luka ever sucked in the finals. I was just about to say Luka sucked in the finals. Luka made it to the finals. He was so bad. And this is all I want from Luka. Me personally, I think Luka would be the best player in the world if he just was a better defender. Luka is not that great of a defender. And I just think that he needs to be a better defender. If he can be a better defender, if Luka could just be a better defender, Luka would be one of the best players in the world. Giannis is a great defender and a great offensive threat. Like, these are two-way players that I think are good. Now, I gotta watch Shea a little bit more on the defensive end to really kind of like look at what his defensive game is like. But I mean, it's so many different places and points that one can make about some of these players. He had Jalen Brunson at 8. He in the top 10, which for me, that's respectable. Top 10, that's nice. I would put Jalen Brunson over Cade Cunningham. However, I would take Jason Tatum out this top 10 in my personal opinion, just because Jason Tatum played 25 games of basketball last season. Bro, you got come on now. Stop. Like, that's glaze if I ain't never seen it. That's glaze for sure if I ain't never seen it. Giannis was having a little bit of injury trouble last season. So was Jokic. He was having a little bit of injury trouble last season too. But yeah,
he's the best player in the world. I think Jokic's midseason injury last year really just screwed up his second half. Shea's great. I'm taking Luka 4, even though his last month or two makes it real close, and then Giannis just needs to stay healthy. All right, so I just went through and ranked the top 100 players in the NBA based on last season.
Based on last season, the 100 players in the NBA.
All right, so
I mean, yeah, that's a questionable list, man. That's a very questionable list. Can't just see last year. Yeah, I mean, overall, he said based on last season. That's what this was based off of last season. The season just ended. So is that what he talking about? Last season, the season that just ended?
All right, so I just went through and ranked the top 100 players in the NBA based on last season.
Yeah, based on last season. Yeah, nah, bro.
All right, so I just went.
Yeah, nah. Based on last season, no. Why is Jaylen Brown up there? Oh, I mean, why is Jason Tatum up there? Why is Tyrese Halliburton up there? I think he meant after last year, not based on last year. He said what he said. Jimmy Butler not cracking the top 100 is insanity. Jalen Johnson at 43 is crack sniffer level. Now, Jalen Johnson had a hell of a year too. Andrew been grinding recently. You can literally walk up to anybody and ask them who is better between Jalen Johnson and Keontae George, and absolutely nobody would say Keontae George. Wait, Keontae George was on this list? Bro, Keontae George had a hell of a season, bro. I don't see... Why is PJ Washington on this list? Okay, so maybe he top 50? '51 Zubac. I mean, he probably could go a little bit further down there. Jalen Duren. Let me not count the playoffs. Let me not count the playoffs. Derek White, Brandon Ingram. Bro, Brandon Ingram had a crazy playoff run. Let's be so for real. Brandon Ingram had a crazy playoff run. We could throw Brandon Ingram in Jalen Duren's spot, high key. Shit, we could probably throw Brandon Ingram at the 51. But let's see who else on this list. Darius Garland, Brandon Miller, B. Millie. He kind of disappeared low key in the play-in, but CJ, Khan, AJ Mitchell, Julius Randle. We can drop Julius. Dylan Brooks. See, Dylan Brooks should definitely be higher. Dylan Brooks had a phenomenal season last season. Dylan Brooks had a phenomenal season, bro. Like, Dylan Brooks really went to Phoenix and said, oh, this Devin Booker team? No, sir. This is my team now. Trey Murphy. He just got traded. Nickeil Alexander-Walker. What did he even do this season? What did he even do this season? Tyler Hero. Drew Holiday, Nembhard. Vassell, Alexar, Fox, Paul George, Mikal Bridges, Miles Bridges. Yeah, nah, bro. Nah, bro. I ain't rocking with your list, gang. I don't think I like your list, buddy. Okay. I spent a lot of time on that. Let's go ahead and watch this one, and then this is going to be the last. Damn, this shit 30 minutes. All right.
You don't forget those losses that break your team. The blown lead that still ruins your mood when the highlights show up.
I remember watching that game. Buddy. Buddy. L-list. Very L-list indeed, Preston.
Miss kick you argue about 20 years
The double
later,
dunk.
the playoff collapse that made everybody think your franchise was cursed. And the deeper you get into NFL history, the harder it gets to believe that these moments actually happen. These are the most heartbreaking.
Cam Newton really had a chance to be a Super Bowl winning champion, bro. Like Super Bowl winning quarterback. I'm trying to find this other. I'm trying to find the other freaking. I only see one right here. There it is. Bro, where's the other? There it is. There we go. Heck, man. Okay.
Moments for all 32 NFL franchises. And some teams didn't just lose games. They lost Super Bowls, undefeated seasons, even entire...
The Patriots, undefeated season, they lost that joint.
They lost Super Bowls, undefeated seasons.
That's
even
crazy.
Entire dynasties. And today's video is presented to you
by Prize Picks.
We're starting off with the Pittsburgh Steelers, and for this one, we've got to go back to December 4th, 2017 for a Monday Night Football game against the Bengals. Ryan Shazier was one of the best linebackers in the league at the time.
Yeah.
25 years old, coming off a Pro Bowl appearance.
Bro,
and
Ryan Shazier
could have been the best year of his career.
Bo was
Early in the
crazy.
first quarter, he went to make what looked like a totally routine tackle, but he never got up.
On 2nd and 5, plenty of time for Dalton. They're short of the first down on the catch.
Yeah, bro. Ryan Shazier, crazy NFL player, but I definitely feel bad for him.
He went to make what looked like a totally routine tackle, but he never got up.
On 2nd and 5, plenty of time for Dalton. They're short of the first down. On
How did that even happen, bro?
Josh Malone and Ryan Shazier, the leader of this Pittsburgh defense, is not getting up.
Teammates started running over, and the whole stadium kind of figured out something was really, really wrong all at the same time. He was carted off in an ambulance with a spinal cord injury and never played another down of football. The Steelers ended up winning that game 23-20, but nobody on that sideline or in the organization cared. That was one.
See you later, Dom. Thanks for hanging out.
NFL history. But sometimes heartbreak is watching your team's entire future disappear before it even gets going. Which brings us to Washington and Robert Griffin III. In 2012, this guy was the most exciting young player in the entire NFL.
Bro, RG3 was amazing.
Rookie of the year and basically carried Washington to a division title on his own. So they made it to the playoffs, and they were hosting Seattle in the wild card round, and RG3 was already playing through a knee sprain from a few weeks earlier. Late in the game, the field was all torn up, his knee was clearly bothering him, and there was a low snap that he had to reach down awkwardly to grab.
Bad snap, and Robert Griffin III is down on
Dang.
the ground and can't get up.
He was never the same player again after that ACL and LCL injury. The franchise quarterback that they thought they had, the future they finally were picturing, was just gone in the blink of an eye. Now that one was brutal because of how fast it happened, but the Dolphins moment was almost the opposite. We all know Dan Marino was one of the greatest quarterbacks who ever played the game. The only thing missing from his entire career was a Super Bowl ring. By 1999, he was 38 years old. The arm was fading, and you could tell he was running out of time. The Dolphins limped into the playoffs at 9-7, and they ended up on the road in the divisional round against Jacksonville.
And Jacksonville beat them. I remember that.
And everybody watching knew it. And then the Jaguars scored, and they scored again, and they just kept scoring. By halftime, this game was pretty much over. And by the end of the game, the final score was 62-7.
The Jacksonville Stadium was called the Alltel Stadium.
Pretty much over. And by the end of the game, the final score was 62-7. Marino got pulled in the second half because there was no point in leaving him out there anymore. The cameras caught him on the sideline with his helmet off, just kind of watching it all happen. In March of that year,
62-7.
And it wasn't just a really bad way to go out for one of the all-time greats, but it just kind of hammered home the whole no ring thing in the most brutal way possible. As for the Jaguars, they had their own heartbreak coming in the very next game, but we're going to get to that in a bit. Before that, though, let's talk
Mark
about
Brunell.
the Patriots. Their moment was different because what they lost that night only comes around once in a lifetime. In 2007, they went 16-0 in the regular season. Heading into the Super Bowl, Brady and Belichick were one game away from adding a completely perfect season to their resumes. And then
the helmet catch.
The Giants ended up winning the game as huge underdogs, and the most dominant season anyone had ever seen ended one game short of perfection. And it's only right that we're hopping over to LA.
The freaking helmet catch.
The Rams also have a ton of history with the Patriots. You might think their most heartbreaking moment was in February of 2019 when they made it to Super Bowl 53 and lost to New England 13-3. That game was within arm's reach for sure, but if you go back further,
That was a boring game.
moment. Throughout the 2001 season, the greatest show on turf was absolutely the face of the NFL. Kurt Warner was the MVP, Marshall Faulk won Offensive Player of the Year, not to mention they had Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt holding down their receivers.
Boy, that was a crazy
Overall,
team.
One of the most fun offenses football had ever seen.
Crazy
They put a ton of
team.
Points every single game. They were 14-2 in the regular season and walked into that Super Bowl as 14-point favorites over a Patriots team nobody was taking seriously. This was supposed to be the night the Rams cemented themselves as a dynasty.
We started really believing the hype as far as, being head and shoulders above everyone else, especially any team that, we've already played and beat them on their home turf.
Tonight, a dynasty is born, baby.
But instead, Brady drove the Pats down the field in the final minute.
Field goal, right?
Vinatieri drilled
Yep,
the
Adam
Brady hard
Vinatieri.
as time expired, and just like that, the Rams dynasty was over before it ever really started. And the Patriots dynasty was
Had just begun.
Next up, we're on to Philadelphia, and their moment was even more frustrating. It was the 2002 NFC Championship game. The Eagles were driving down the field, and they got
Against
all the way
Tampa
down
Bay.
to the goal line with a chance to score. They could smell blood in the water.
Donovan
and the
McNabb.
moments were about to be
Rondé Barber. Oh my God.
Rondé Barber had other plans.
I remember this. But Rondé Barber was the beast, boy.
That interception was the game right there. It was the second straight NFC Championship the Eagles had lost under Andy Reid, and this one stung even worse. When you think of the Colts' most heartbreaking moment, your mind might jump to Super Bowl 44. Peyton Manning
Oh,
versus
shoot. Drew Brees.
leading late in the fourth quarter. You would think it was no problem though, because Manning still had plenty of time left on the clock to drive down the field and at the very least tie the game. Except this time, things didn't go to plan. But many would argue that the 2022 loss to the Vikings was worse because it was just a lot more embarrassing. The Colts were up 33-0.
Oh my
at halftime,
gosh.
But in the second half, Kirk Cousins caught fire, throwing 4 touchdown passes.
I remember
and the
this
Vikings
game.
won in overtime. It was the biggest comeback in NFL history. But sometimes instead of heartbreak coming in the form of a huge collapse, it comes down to just a few inches. Like in the 2018 AFC Championship game when the Chiefs were up 28-24 on the Patriots with about a minute left when this happened.
Tom Brady.
It looked like Kansas City was going to the Super Bowl, but then the flag came out. Dee Ford was lined up offsides. The interception was wiped away. Brady got the ball back. The Patriots scored, and the Chiefs ended up losing in overtime. It's hard to feel too sorry for the Chiefs, though, especially considering all their recent success, especially if you're a Jets fan and have been waiting for another ring for decades upon decades. It felt like they finally found the solution to their issues.
Oh,
when they
Aaron
brought in
Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers at QB in 2023. But 4 plays into his first drive, something tragic happened.
Tore that Achilles. Yeah.
Action breaks down and time runs out. Down goes Rodgers and the sack for Leonard Floyd.
A torn Achilles just ruined everything. He didn't even get to complete a single.
What I think of the video so far? I mean, it's actually kind of cool, kind of going through memory lane right now of like some of these plays that I remember, some of these games that I remember. So it's pretty interesting. It's pretty cool.
Pass, but that's not the most heartbreaking moment in Jets history. Because go back to
No, everything about the Jets is heartbreaking.
This team was
Darrell Revis.
They had Mark Sanchez playing the best football of his career and a defense led by Darrell Revis. In the wild card round, they went into Indianapolis and beat Peyton Manning. The next week, they went into Foxborough and
Okay. Can I fix it? Let me see it one more time. Okay. You got the bottoms too?
Mhm.
So what, you put it inside the bottom and then you put the cookie and then you put it on top?
I just dipped it with a fork in the bowl.
Oh, okay.
I need to get a better dipping.
That's what that dude was using, was a fork.
Yeah.
Oh, the lady who I watched too with the zebra cake, she was using a fork.
What'd you say, Mama?
beat Tom Brady, who had just had an MVP year.
She says
Two of the
she's
greatest
jealous you get to try all the cookies.
Ah, that's okay. We'll send her some.
quarterbacks of all time on the road.
My bad for it being so
back-to-back.
long. No, it's okay.
They found themselves one game away from the Super Bowl, but standing in their way were the Steelers, and before you could blink, New York. fell
This is the
behind
butt fumble, ain't it?
24-3 by halftime. Now, if you're a Jets fan watching this happen, the magical run looked like it was coming to an end, but they had one final push and cut the lead to 5 with just over 3 minutes left. Unfortunately,
And then the
when
butt
they
fumble.
needed a stop the most, they just couldn't get it, and the Steelers ran out the clock. After everything,
The butt fumble was against the Patriots. Yeah, that's right.
Brady in the same playoff run, falling short of a Super Bowl on the doorstep was about as cruel as it possibly gets. Speaking of AFC Championship games, the Ravens had 2 mistakes back-to-back in the final minute of the 2011 AFC Championship game. On January 22nd, 2012, Baltimore was on the road in New England, down 23-20 with under a minute left. Flacco threw a perfect ball to Lee Evans in the back of the end
Woo!
zone.
Oh, and he
Evans
dropped
had
it.
Then Sterling Moore came over, knocked it out at the very last second. There's no denying that it was a great play by Moore to get his hand in there, and the situation was devastating for Ravens fans, but they still had another chance.
Ed Reed.
Lined up a 32-yard field goal to tie
Billy
it,
Cundiff.
then he shanked it.
32 yards away. He can make this in his sleep. He can make it with his eyes closed. Oh, would you believe it?
No, he did.
He said, "Oh, would you believe it?"
Now, the Titans have a much more heartbreaking moment than that. Theirs was one of the most iconic images in Super Bowl history. In Super Bowl 34, they were down 23-16 with 5 seconds left on the clock and the ball on the Rams' 10-yard line.
I don't remember this. I don't think I was born.
To decide the Super Bowl. Steve McNair hit Kevin Dyson over the
Oh,
middle of the
Steve
field,
McNair. I know Steve
but it
McNair though.
just barely wasn't enough.
It is caught by Dyson. Can he get in? No, he cannot.
Dyson gave everything he had. The ball was so close to crossing the goal line, but he went down at the 1-yard line as the clock hit 0. 1 yard line.
Let's watch this again. Let's watch this.
Wasn't Kevin Dyson over the middle of the field, but it just
Oh nah, he had to go that way.
barely wasn't enough.
The Ravens missing field goals. Where have we seen this before? Damn near every Ravens football season.
It is caught by Dyson. Can he get in? No, he cannot.
Dyson gave everything he had. The ball was so close to crossing the goal line, but he went down at the 1-yard line as the clock hit 0. 1 yard. That's how close the Titans came to a potential Super Bowl win, and they have never been back since. Now, we might as well follow that up with the Raiders and one of the most infamous plays of all time. It was January 19th, 2002. The Raiders were in Foxborough for the AFC divisional round, and Oakland was up 13-10 against the Patriots late in the fourth. Brady dropped back. Charles Woodson came in on the blitz, hit him, and the ball came flying out with the Raiders recovering it.
The fumble.
Game over, except the refs went to review it and they pulled out this obscure rule that almost nobody had ever heard of called the tuck rule, which basically said that because Brady's arm was starting to come back towards his body, it wasn't a fumble, it was an incomplete pass. The ball went back to the Patriots. Adam Vinatieri tied it with a field goal, won it in overtime, and that was the play that launched the entire Patriots dynasty.
The tuck rule.
Even better, the tuck rule itself eventually got abolished in March of 2013. Now, the Raiders at least had a bad call to blame. The Broncos just watched a storybook season fall apart,
And then Brady won his first Super Bowl.
but themselves. In January of 2013, they hosted the Ravens, and Denver was coming off a 13-3 regular season led by Peyton Manning, fresh off a neck surgery where nobody even knew if he would be the same player ever again. They were up 35-28, looking great. Then with less than a minute left, Joe Flacco threw up a prayer. Jacoby Jones made the catch of a lifetime.
Jacoby
The Broncos
Jones.
secondary made a huge mistake. What makes it really bad, though, is the Broncos still had 31 seconds with 2 timeouts left, and Peyton Manning as their quarterback.
Threw an interception.
Head coach John Fox decided to just take a knee and go into overtime. Just taking a knee with Peyton Manning as your quarterback should be a crime. Baltimore won on a Justin Tucker field goal, and the season that felt like it was built for a Super Bowl was no more. Then there's the Chargers, a franchise with one of the most cursed playoff histories in the entire league, and their worst moment came down to one single play. In January of 2007, they were hosting the Patriots in an AFC
Phillip
divisional
Rivers.
matchup. The San Diego Chargers at the time were a
14-2
team that year with
Jeez.
Tomlinson at the peak of
Marty
his power.
Schottenheimer.
Phillip Rivers and one of the best rosters in football. They were up 21-13 late in the game. Brady threw an interception to safety Marlon McCree, and that put the Chargers in a great position to win. All McCree had to do was go down with the ball, except he didn't go down. He tried to return it, and the ball immediately was punched out.
Oh my
Patriots
gosh.
recovered, and suddenly New England had the ball back with a chance to tie, which they ended up doing, and they ended up taking the lead, so the Chargers lost 24-21. That Chargers team was probably one of the best in recent memory, and they ended up with nothing to show for it.
What was it, Darren
Before we move
Sproles?
on, I did mention earlier that this video was presented to you by Prize Picks.
All right, this is not a sponsor.
But there is currently
It's not a
still
sponsor.
a lot of action to get in on. Like the
This is not a sponsor. Prospects, y'all not about to get no people off my stream because y'all ain't paying me to get people on y'all stream.
have the chance to win. Since England is
My mom
playing
called me,
Panama
chat.
tomorrow,
I'll call her
figured
back
I'd
when I
get a little
finish.
lineup going here, which includes
I will call her
Harry
back
Kane
when I
scoring 50
finish.
points, having
I will
more than
call her
two
back
shots on
when I
target, and then
finish.
Panama's goalie to have
I will
over
call her
4.5
back when we
saved. Prize Picks is
finish.
available in most states, including
Yeah.
California, Florida, and Texas, which
Boy,
is
my
nice,
hair
but
looks so
always
nice,
make
boy.
sure to play responsibly and within your means to do
Is
so.
it done?
Prize Picks is gonna give
Nope,
you
it's not done
$50
just
in
yet.
lineup
All right,
when
I
you
think
play
it's
your
about to be
first
it.
$5 lineup, which means win or lose,
Uh-huh, come on now.
free
Come on
just
now.
for playing. So download the app.
Come on now,
use
hurry
code
up.
HMA to get $50 in lineups with
And
Up next, the
done.
Jaguars had an entire season destroyed by one team they could just not figure out, no matter how many times they tried. In 1999, the Jags finished 14-2 under head
Tom
coach
Coughlin.
They had the best record in the NFL. They even gave up the fewest points in the league. But the Titans just kept beating them. Tennessee beat them twice in the regular season, including a 41-14 demolition
Sheesh.
year. Then when the two teams met again in the AFC Championship game, the Titans won yet again, 33-14. The Jaguars had just blown out Miami 62-7 in that Marino game the week before.
Dang.
None of it mattered.
They just had their number, bro.
All year.
Yeah.
They didn't make it back to the AFC Championship game again until the 2017 season. Then there's the
Which-
Bears, and look, most of the moments on this list today involve a great play, a bad call, or a brutal decision, but this one was just really cruel. It happened during a wild card game against the Eagles in 2019, with the Bears down 16-15 with 10
The
seconds
double
left.
dunk.
Cody Parkey lined up for a 43-yard field goal to win the game. Yeah, the infamous double doink. Parkey was released by the team not long after. The Bears had the best defense in the league that year, and they were a team that genuinely looked like a Super Bowl contender. The whole season ended on one of the most replayed and memed moments in NFL history. Up next are the Cincinnati Bengals, and they were eliminated by one of the greatest drives anyone has ever put together, which is a whole different type of painful. During Super Bowl 23, they were playing the 49ers, leading 16-13 with 3 minutes left. It felt like they were about to win their first Super Bowl, but then Joe Montana took the ball at his own 8-yard line, casually pointed into the stands to tell his teammates he could see John Candy sitting up there to ease their nerves, and then proceeded to march 92 yards in 11 plays.
At the 10-yard line, 39 seconds remaining. Back to throw Montana. Stepped up, throws.
Bengals had a really good team that year with Boomer Esiason, Ickey Woods, and a roster built
Ickey
to win.
Woods!
There's just not much you can do when you run into Joe Montana at his absolute peak. With the Buccaneers, there's two moments worth talking about, and what makes the second one even more painful is that the guy on the opposite sideline used to be their coach. The
Coach
first one was the
Tony
1999
Dungy.
NFC Championship game against the Rams. Burt Emanuel made what looked like a huge catch late in the game that would have set them up for a go-ahead score. But the refs reviewed it and ruled it as an incomplete pass because the nose of the ball grazed the ground. As you can
Wow.
imagine, they went on to lose that game, and the Rams went on to win the Super Bowl that year. But that's not even as heartbreaking as a Monday Night Football game in October of 2003.
I'd have been
The Buccaneers
pissed.
were the defending Super Bowl champions, and they had one of the best defenses anyone had ever seen, and they were at home in Tampa hosting Peyton Manning and the Colts. With about 5 minutes left in the game, Tampa Bay was up 35-14. The win probability charts had them at over 99%. But this was Peyton Manning we're dealing with here. He led the Colts down the field to make it 35-21 in under 2 minutes. Indy recovered the onside kick, and Manning threw a touchdown in just over a minute to make it 35-28.
That was Reggie Wayne or Marvin Harrison. Which one that
All of a
was?
sudden, Peyton was looking his absolute best out there. The Colts won the game in overtime on a field goal, and Tampa Bay blew that 21-point lead in less time than it takes for a pizza to get delivered. Then there's the Panthers, and this one is tough because it really did come down to one single moment from a guy who was supposed to be the best player on the field. In 2015, the Panthers went 15-1. Cam Newton won MVP, and they were one of the most dominant teams the league had seen in years. So when Super Bowl 50 against the Broncos rolled around, they had a real shot at winning. But the moment that defined this game was when Von Miller sacked Newton late in the fourth quarter. The ball came loose and was sitting right there on the turf, and Cam decided not to dive for it. Now you could argue that even if he dove for this ball, he might not have gotten it, or he would have gotten injured. But him not even attempting was all people needed to clown on him. Carolina went on to lose that game 24-10. Newton was absolutely crushed for it, and all everyone remembers is the image of him standing over that loose.
Yeah, bro, that was like one of the saddest moments. What would be one of your nightmares if you were a wide receiver in the NFL? Troy Polamalu, yeah, or being alone on Revis Island. Those two. And Westbrook from the freaking Philadelphia Eagles. Those three would be a nightmare. The Mannings always has to do something. And always said that he got scared. Bro, I don't understand this moment, bro. Like, I wanted Cam Newton and the Panthers to win that Super Bowl so bad, bro. But I wanted them to win so bad.
Ball. Now the Packers actually had an entire game won and somehow gave it all back.
He said he got scared.
2014 NFC Championship game in Seattle. They were up
Russell Wilson
7 near the end of the fourth quarter. But the Seahawks scored a touchdown to make it 19-14. And on the onside kick, Brandon Bostic completely muffed it, and Seattle recovered. A few plays later,
Legion of Boom
ran 24 yards for the touchdown. They succeeded on the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, they interviewed him and he said that he just got scared. Oh my God. If that's real, bro, why would... What the heck? I mean, I definitely understand to a degree, like, the positioning that he was in was a bad position to where he could have potentially got hurt. So if he's thinking like, but he shouldn't have been thinking like, I'm gonna make a business decision, because that's what he did. He made a business decision right there in that moment. I understand, but come on, Cam. I wanted y'all to win that so bad.
Just like that, Seattle.
Yo, what's good, Ollie? How you doing? Yes, of course. I remember you, my Swedish friend, Ollie Edits. You had a very good time in that stream that day, and you even left a comment on one of the videos saying I had a really good time, and you were having that not good of a day that day. I remember. Ollie, I do not have short-term memory, Ollie. I remember. I remember people who come in and interact and engage and have fun with us while we have fun.
Lead 22-19. Mason Crosby tied it for the Packers with a field goal to force overtime, but Seattle won the toss.
I'm glad you're doing good. I'm also doing good as well. No complaints on my side.
As for the Giants, what makes their moment especially crazy is the same thing happened to them twice against the same team decades apart. For the first one, we've got to go back to 1978.
78?
Leading the Eagles 17-12 with 30 seconds left.
All hail the New York Giants. New York Giants!
Was take a knee, but instead, quarterback Joe Pizarchik tried to hand the ball off. Botched it completely. The Eagles cornerback Herm Edwards scooped it up off the turf.
Oh my gosh.
And run it back for the game-winning touchdown. Then in 2010, the Giants were leading the Eagles 31-10 in the fourth quarter. A lead so big that most fans had already left the building. But somehow, the Giants let it slip away, capping it off with one of the craziest
I remember that.
all time.
Deshaun Jackson.
Now for the Browns, their heartbreaking moment didn't just happen twice.
Their heartbreaking moment happens every year since they've been in the NFL.
Happened to them twice in a row against the same quarterback in back-to-back years. First up in January 1987, they were
I wasn't even born.
Trip on the line, leading the Broncos late 20-13. Then John Elway took the ball at his own 2-yard line with 5 minutes and 32 seconds left on the clock and drove 98 yards downfield to tie the game.
Dang.
One of the most iconic drives in NFL history.
And he missed it.
Denver went on to win in overtime.
Wait.
Iconic drives in NFL history.
Chat, he looked like he missed that field goal. I gotta go. I'm spending time with my mom, but have a great day and have a great time under the stream. Yes, sir. Ollie, have a good time. I hope you have a great rest of your day and enjoy time with your mother. You know what I'm saying? What's up, my dukes? Have a good rest of your day.
And Denver went on.
I feel like the Cleveland Browns had his moment as their whole career. Hey, we said the same thing, Preston.
To win in overtime. Then the very next year, it was the same matchup, right back in the AFC Championship game, when Browns running back Ernest Biner was stripped at the 3-yard line.
Oh my God.
To score a tie. Cleveland fans have been through a lot, but those 2 years right there are near the top of this list. The Browns were taken down by one of the all-time greatest quarterbacks ever, which at least explains it. Meanwhile, the Texans were facing off against Patrick Mahomes, and they just gave him the keys and walked away. In January of 2020, Houston faced the Chiefs in the AFC divisional round and jumped out to a 24-0 lead in the second quarter. At that point,
the Browns definitely could have won a Super Bowl with Baker Mayfield. They were on fire, and then they just blew it up, bro. Like, the Browns front office, GM, they need to go away. It's so bad. They're so bad.
It genuinely felt like it was going to be a runaway train. Little did fans expect the Chiefs to score 28 unanswered points in the second quarter alone.
Oh, yeah, I remember this.
5 touchdown passes on that day, and Kansas City ended up winning 51-31. The Texans didn't just lose after.
Ooh. Okay, here we go, Chad. We about to try this cookie. Wait, let's go to this one. Let's go to this one. Let's go to the cam. All right, Chad. We about to try this cookie. What is it?
It's a sugar cookie with blueberry chocolate.
A sugar cookie with blueberry infused chocolate. Okay, it looks good. Like, yo, look at that. That looks amazing.
That's it. I saw it on your face as soon as you looked over your shoulder.
That's good. If you can do this again
Yeah.
with more lemon in the cookie,
Yeah, I'm gonna put the lemon in the
yeah,
extract in there.
yeah. This is fire. Oh my gosh.
Okay, well I'm gonna put a couple in the lunch box and go take some to Brooke.
Okay. That's delicious. Okay. All right.
After leading 20.
Rate it. I'm gonna give it a 7, only because the type of cookie that I know that she was trying to make, it doesn't have that much of the lemon flavor profile. But once we make more cookies with the lemon flavor, it's gonna be a 10 out of 10.
4-0. They got absolutely
7 is kind of low. Let me go 8. 8 out of 10.
steamrolled. It's still one of the worst playoff collapses in NFL history, and for a franchise that's never even been to an AFC championship game, that was probably their best shot at one. Along with the 49ers' multiple Super Bowl wins.
Oh, y'all can't see the video. My bad. Here we go. I'm over here watching.
Topic of collapses, they have made a habit of it across multiple decades. In Super Bowl 54, they were up 20-10 against the Chiefs.
I remember this.
6 minutes remaining.
I remember this.
Mahomes ripped off 21 unanswered to take home the Lombardi Trophy. Then there's the 2011 NFC Championship game, where Kyle Williams muffed 2 punts against the Giants, including one in overtime that set up the game-winning field goal. But neither of those compare to what happened in 1990. The 49ers at that point were the team of the era. They had just won back-to-back Super Bowls, and they were going for the three-peat, which had never been done in NFL history. They were 14-2 in the regular season. They looked completely untouchable, and
I wasn't alive during this time.
Walk through the playoffs yet again. So they made it to the NFC Championship game at home against the Giants, and with under 3 minutes left, 49ers were leading 13-12. All they had to do was run the clock out. Roger Craig took a handoff up the middle, but the ball came loose. The Giants
Dang.
Jeff Hostetler drove them just far enough to get them into field goal range. Matt Barr drilled a 42-yarder as time expired, and just like that, the three-peat chance was gone. As for the Cowboys, they have had two of
Oh
the
my
most
gosh.
heartbreaking moments in NFL history.
Don't show me no Cowboy stuff.
Both in huge playoff games.
Don't show me nothing Cowboys related.
2015 during the divisional round game at Lambeau
Against the
Field,
Packers.
They were down 26-21 with under 5 minutes left. On fourth
And he
and
said it
two,
wasn't a
Mahomes
catch.
lofted a deep ball to Dez Bryant. Dez made an absolutely incredible acrobatic leaping catch over Sam Shields, coming down with it at the 1-yard line. The Cowboys were about to score and go win the game, but then the refs reviewed it and
said it wasn't a catch, when it
Dez
was.
the ball once he hit the ground. But as painful as that was, it's not even the worst one. You see, back in the 90s,
It was a catch. The NFL has already said it was a catch.
1981 season.
We definitely should have won the Super Bowl. Oh, you a Cowboys fan, Preston? Yes, sir. We definitely should have won the Super Bowl that year.
And during the NFC Championship game, the Cowboys were leading the 49ers 27-21 with under a minute left. One stop from another Super Bowl. Joe Montana rolled to the right, threw a high pass
Yes,
to the back
sir.
of the end zone, and Dwight Clark leapt and caught it with his fingertips. Just like that, the Cowboys dynasty was over. The Cowboys at least lost to a great play. The Saints got to the NFC Championship game against
I remember
the Rams
this.
in January of 2019 and lost because the refs just didn't do their job, and the whole country watched it happen. Drew Brees was leading one of the best teams in the league that year, and they were driving late in the fourth quarter with a chance to win the game. And then came one of the most obvious missed passes.
The Minnesota Miracle. I think that's what it's called. No, that's not this one. That's the other one. That was the pass interference.
The Rams got the ball back, kicked the field goal to tie it, and then they won the game in overtime. To make matters even worse, the NFL literally confirmed afterward that it was a missed call. On to the Cardinals, and when it comes to
The Minnesota Miracle was when some strange reason, well, not even some strange reason, but Minnesota threw a deep pass to Stephon Diggs, caught it. The Saints player was trying to tackle him by the legs, and he went literally under him.
heartbreaking Super Bowls, it doesn't get much worse than this. The 2008 Cardinals were a 9-7 team that nobody gave a chance, led by 37-year-old Kurt Warner in the middle of an insane career revival. And against all odds, they made it to the Super Bowl and almost pulled it off against the Steelers.
I remember this. This was a very good Super Bowl, and this was Madden 2010's NFL cover.
Larry Fitzgerald caught a 64-yard touchdown to put Arizona ahead with under 3 minutes left in the game.
2nd and 10. Warner has time. Fitzgerald into Steeler territory. 30, 20, 10. Arizona has the lead.
It was such an iconic moment, but then Ben Roethlisberger,
Big Ben,
field and Santonio Holmes somehow got both beat down in the corner of the end zone on a throw that had no business being completed.
Boy, Santonio Holmes.
At least the Cardinals players had a chance to stop it. The Seahawks Super Bowl loss came down to a decision their own coach made, and it's one that fans are still going to be arguing about decades from now. In Super Bowl 49 against the Patriots, Seattle had the ball on the 1-yard line with 30 seconds left. Marshawn Lynch in the backfield, a guy who had run for over 100 yards on the night, but instead of giving him the ball with the game on the line, they decided to pass.
Play clock at 5. Pass is intercepted at the goal line by Malcolm Butler. Unreal.
Malcolm Butler came down with the interception, and the Patriots robbed the Super Bowl trophy from Seattle in a game they most definitely should have lost. The Lions, on the other hand, have never...
Look at how lost he was looking. He was looking so lost. He was thinking in his head, damn, I'm about to get fired, huh? Yeah, dummy.
Even been to a Super Bowl, and in January of 2024 they were closer than ever. Pretty much the entire country had fallen in love with Dan Campbell's Lions at this point. They went up 24-7 at halftime against the 49ers in the NFC Championship game.
This was sad. They ain't gonna ever make it back.
Unfortunately, the second half was a different story. Brock Purdy picked them apart, and Detroit just could not move the ball when they needed to. A game where they were up 17 ended in a 7-point loss, with the final score being 34-31.
Jeez.
A fan base that's waited longer than almost anyone and has never stopped showing up.
Yeah,
really stunk.
yeah, that was
the timing of the...
that was an interesting trade, Montgomery to the Texans, but they got Pacheco, and I don't know why people sleeping on Pacheco, because he's actually, I think he's a really good running back. Like, I think Pacheco is like actually kind of nice. Like, he's one of them dudes, like, when I used to play football, I used to be a running back, and my coach used to drill into me in my head, move those feet, move those feet, move those. Pacheco, he moved those feet into the ground, bro. I'm telling you.
This next moment might make it a little more heartbreaking than the Lions one, though. You see, the 1998 Vikings were one of the best teams in NFL history. They were 15-1 with a record-setting offense that included Randy Moss and Chris Carter at receiver, while Randall Cunningham was having the best year of his career at quarterback.
That's right.
They were leading the Falcons 27-20 in the NFC Championship game, with just over 2
Boy,
minutes
look,
left.
took that ball. That's a fumble.
Lined up for a 38-yard field goal, a kick that he could make in his sleep, a kick that would basically end the game, and you guessed it, he missed. After that, the Falcons drove down the field, scored a touchdown, and then kicked a field goal to win it in overtime. That field goal miss still haunts Minnesota fans, and it probably always will. Speaking of the Falcons, we can't talk about heartbreak without mentioning the most infamous collapse in the history of the league, maybe in all of sports. In Super Bowl 51 against the Patriots, Atlanta was up 28-3 in the third quarter. Matt Ryan was playing some of the best football.
28-3.
Julio Jones was completely unstoppable. The Patriots, they just looked lost out there. At that point in the game, it was supposed to be over. Everybody watching knew this game was over. Broadcasters knew it was over, and then something just completely broke down on Atlanta's sideline. New England scored 25 unanswered points, forced overtime, and drove down the field yet again. It was the biggest blown lead in Super Bowl history in a game that they had completely won against the one team you'd least want to blow it against. So how exactly do you top that? Well, I think only one team can.
The greatest team ever to never win a title.
Every other team on this list has one moment, maybe two. The Bills have 4. Back to back to back to back. All of them coming in Super Bowls. First, Scott Norwood's 47-yard field goal sailed wide right, and the Bills lost to the Giants by 1 point. The very next year, they were beaten down by Washington. The next year, they were down 28-10 at halftime to the Cowboys and lost 52-17.
Oh my God!
In 1994, the Bills were up in the second half when Thurman Thomas fumbled. Emmitt Smith took over that game, and Buffalo lost to Dallas again, 30-13. That's the most heartbreaking run in the history of this league, and nothing else on this list comes close. Especially because they haven't been back since.
They definitely blew them out.
These were bad calls, some were one play that never should have happened, and some were a level of collapse that you really have to see to believe. Who do you think had the worst heartbreak on this list? And if there's a moment I missed that deserves a spot, let me know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you do not miss the next one.
W video. Whoa, 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 whoa. W video, man. W video. W video. W stream. All right. That's gonna call it for right now, you guys. We're 2 hours and 30 minutes in, which is not bad, which is pretty good, pretty good. W stream indeed. Thank you everybody that came in and hung out and tuned in for the first stream of our today. I appreciate y'all. W reactions. W Preston. W Dom. W everybody who hung out. W Senior Eggy. Yes. W Miranda with the little, you know, the 2 strands. Yes, Sersky. W everybody, man. I appreciate y'all so much, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in always, all the time. I appreciate it. We're going to be back with some games later. I don't know what we're going to play yet, but we're going to play something. And it's going to be cool. And it's going to be fun. L Don, L Braden. W Dom. L Don because he ain't here. L Braden because he ain't show up either. Can you answer my question real quick? What was your question? What was your question? I don't see no question. What was your question? You hadn't asked the question. You said, it's Tom Brady. Oh, yeah, the Cowboys blew out the Bills. I think the Saints had the worst heartbreaking moment. I think the Cowboys, too. Those aren't questions. Those are statements. That's a statement. That's not a question, Preston. You think the Saints had the worst heartbreaking moment? I mean, no. Only because I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm not gonna ever give the Saints nothing. Whether even if it's a heartbreaking moment. They didn't have the worse heartbreaking moment than the Cowboys. I mean, if it's something related to the Cowboys or the Saints, the Cowboys can get it. The Cowboys can get it every single time, even if it's the worst moment from the Cowboys. The Cowboys gonna have it over the Saints. The Saints can't get nothing good. Not even the worst moment. They can't have none of that. Not from me. No, sir. But all right. Thank y'all, man. I appreciate y'all. Till I catch y'all on the next one.